all out of ball. If you want to be a wise guy, you can do it anyway. If you want to be a strong man, you can do it anyway. If you want to be an Indian chief, cowboy, you can do it in the ring. You can't do it in the mall.
The most electrifying line in sports entertainment today. If you smell what the Rock is cooking, beat me if you can.
Playing the bass. What? Playing that bass.
Thinking there's nothing to stop my doorman Randy Savage now.
The bass in your face. In your head.
The number one show on the net. The easy, the best in your head like Goldberg net.
In your head.
For the punks and the beavers. This that'll work with Terry Funk and Nine Baker.
In your head.
Check it's man and Barney. They got the cheap heat, so sit back and have a seat. They got questions from the fans. In your head is the man from Australia to Japan.
From Australia to Japan.
Jake down the road, don't get back to Mississippi. We are bigger. We are faster. And we are all night long. All you idiots, perverts, and fools, be sure and tune in and listen to this show.
www.inyourheadalive.com. All right, and we're live here once again at In Your Head Wrestling Radio. I am the internet icon, the pride of the pilgrims, the most honest man in all of podcasting, handsome Jackie Jones. Oh man, along with my right-hand man, my audio soulmate, and the enforcer of the Headyverse.
1 inch biceps, the power goat. Bah! How are you tonight, Jack?
I'm good. Get myself some coffee.
Some people call me the king of all the marks. Some people call me the man who tells you what to do. And they call me that because I gave it to myself. So, which is pretty lame, but whatever.
Yeah, but if it sticks, go for it.
Exactly.
But when you say people, do you mean other people actually call you this, or do you mean you yourself? I know you gave it to you, but did it catch on? Did other people start doing it, or is it still just
sometimes? I think Jason
You know
might have
what?
wrote
I
one
don't
of
think it
those on the
matters.
box that he sent me.
you?
He
Yeah,
sent me
he's
some
not
goodies.
the brightest, but yeah. I mean, he's a great
Well,
guy.
you got to put the man down like that. He is a bright man. He's a
Gotta
good
keep-
guy. You need
This
to
is
love.
all right. I'm gonna give you some tips on young boys.
Yeah. What?
You got to keep them in line. You don't want to let them get too complacent. They'll be like, they'll stop showering you with praise. They'll stop trying to impress you.
So when Matthew
You don't want
Clutter
that.
makes his little remarks sometimes,
Yeah, I mean,
about
he-
me,
yeah,
I just
see?
smack him. It's like
Perfect
you need to
example.
be a better
Guy,
young
you've seen
boy.
it. You've seen it with your own two eyes.
That's true.
You just let it. You let him. You think, oh yeah, he's my young boy. It's the end of that. I'll just let him do as he pleases. Not gonna
Card
work out.
stories in the chat room here. He's complimenting me on my shirt, and I wore this in honor of two things. We got ourselves a new AEW World Tag Team Champions. And
New.
the Young Bucks. And it's in a theme of a video game, which AEW announced today that they have a new video game on the way.
Could
Jack-
this be the Jackie Jones return to video games? I haven't played a game since N64.
Brains has confirmed it. He said that they
It's probably
have
not true.
the Nintendo 64 director of the AKI games, the wrestling games that you enjoy.
Oh,
He is the
very good.
director over the AEW game. And if you look at the framework of the characters in the AEW game, it looks very reminiscent to the Nintendo 64 games. So I think you're going to have to get yourself a new system, my man.
Booyah. What will this be on? What will I have to get? We'll have to get
Probably
like
the
a
usual.
Nintendo.
Probably it might be on Switch. It might be on. I'm pretty
What?
sure it'll be on PlayStation 5 and
On Twitch, that the thing that like
Switch.
Impact's on.
Switch, Nintendo Switch.
Like that you beat like someone with, like when they're
No,
bad.
I got one over here. It's that like blue and let's see if I can.
Oh, like how you turn on a light?
No, I can't point my finger in that. Yeah, right there. That's my Nintendo Switch. The blue
The
and
fuck is
red
that?
thing. You probably can't hardly see it, but that is the Nintendo Switch. You can plug it in to a cradle and it will be on your TV, or you can take it loose from the cradle and it's like
A
handheld.
cradle? So you have to have like a baby?
No, that's for Death Stranding. You have a baby attached to you.
What? Who?
Norman Reedus is in it, Jack. Norman Reedus.
The guy from The Walking Dead?
Daryl. He's got a crossbow.
I used to see him at conventions, and people are like, "Oh yeah, it's that guy from that movie, where it's like him and his brother. It used to be cool."
Oh, Boondock Saints.
Boston. Yeah, they're like,
I'm pretty sure The Walking Dead has far surpassed.
I'm saying pre-Walking Dead. He was at conventions. No one really gave a shit. They're like, whatever. And then I'd be like, well, hey, the cigarette burns is pretty sweet. And then, boom, he blows up to like for a while, maybe not so much now, but for a while, it was like the biggest person you could seek out.
He is probably the quintessential person you want to get a picture with at the convention.
Yeah, then people bit him at the convention.
What's the matter with people? Why you want to bite Norman Reedus?
Boom. Banged in the head. I've been studying because all right, since we're back on YouTube, we're doing these YouTube stuff. For a couple years, I abandoned the YouTube, unfortunately. Had thousands of hits, and then I stopped posting stuff. I don't know why, to be honest. But so we're back on YouTube. YouTube had changed over the years. There's like new rules and stuff. And so every time I log on, since we've been doing the shows again, they're like, hey, now you're getting these hits. Now we're going to monetize. Hey, you're getting the hits. Now you can do this. Now you can do that. Now you can do this. Now they give me the option, Insure, because we were doing well. And both this one and Without Your Head. Where now I go through this list. Yeah. And it's like they're like, all right, you're accurate. When we take off the monetization, we say no advertisers want to advertise in this, and sometimes I'll hit, well, I think it's totally fine, and then they'll review it, and they always say, you know what, you're right, it's totally fine. So since that had been going on, they're like, we trust you, we trust your judgment. So now I fill out. They give me a list, and so I got to fill it out. They're like, is there sex? I'm like, well, I don't think Internet's banging on the show. So no. So all this stuff. Yeah. So one of the rules, well, first of all, I found out that in YouTube land, damn and hell are considered light swearing.
Well,
this is like 1950s here. 1950s
check on that.
Here.
Big check on that.
But Incher, you can even throw out an F-bomb. That's fuck, if you didn't know. As long as it's not in the title of the show, as long as it's not in the thumbnail of the show, and as long as it's after the first 30 seconds of the video. So the first 30 seconds of the video, it's almost always the song. After that, boom. It's fucks all around.
We can just throw them out as much as we want.
Right.
Oh, well. Let's use them
I don't
sparingly.
like the word blue, but
yeah.
I agree, because if you use it all the time, it doesn't have any meaning.
Yeah, we don't want to.
That's why you've known me for a while, Incher. Do I really swear very much?
No, not really.
No, honestly, I don't.
No.
I might be weird and say bizarre, things, but just like actual F-bombs and stuff, not really.
I'll probably throw out more than you do, I would say.
I know. Potty mouth over here.
Vince Rudo in the chat room, he is saying that I only knew about the AEW game because I was creeping on his posts on the wonderful, the fabulous In Your Head group page on Facebook, but that is not the case. I was well aware that AEW was announcing a game at 6 o'clock on their YouTube channel, AEW Games. I was well aware of this. But Jack,
I remember when I was at the Chicago show, and at the Q&A with there's a panel with Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks, and they said like it was a done deal. That was months ago, but then the world died. We had a plague, so probably put a little. I'm just going to say this before we go over each match. You're wearing the shirt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say I think this was the best pay-per-view any company since the pandemic. Great show.
We'll go. I think WWE had a pretty good showing. It was one of those.
Good, but I think this is better.
Yeah. I like the opening card better than the end of the card, to be honest with you.
There's really only one match on the show I didn't even think was terrible. I just didn't like. But
yeah,
I thought I loved the show because it really captured what I like about wrestling. It really had a lot of different styles of matches. So it wasn't all high-flying guys. I like that stuff. So you had some of your matches where it's just all about the cool moves. You had a lot of matches that were really about the story. You had a couple comedies.
Yeah.
Even one that I wanted to hate, but I kept laughing. So I was like, I have to admit, I like this. And then you had a hardcore match. So and a great tag team match. It really told a good story. So for me, it really captured what I like about wrestling. I
thought that was the best showing of FTR in AEW so far. I think that was a really well done match. I thought it's very fun, and I know like FTR is more about having serious wrestling matches, but I did like how they're pulling out some other people's maneuvers and stuff. So
I love that. I love all the great tag. I miss tag, maneuvers, people doing actual. And we didn't get a lot of that for a lot of the last few years, but that's something we get to see, honestly, in AEW. I know there's some people who don't. I don't understand. I never get anyone who says the tag division's bad in AEW. That one's kind of bizarre to me. But we see a lot of cool tag moves, and then it's kind of like if I watch a horror movie like Cabin in the Woods or something, we'll say, where I think you appreciate it more if you're a horror movie fan because you'll know all the references. And in this, even I think the commentators did a good job, actually, the whole show. But one of the pluses they did, they told you when, so in case you didn't know, hey, that's the Heart Foundation. That's the Heart Attack from the Heart Foundation. They told you that. But for someone like me who's watched wrestling for so long, you see, and it's like, oh, it's pretty cool. That's the old Heart Foundation move.
Yeah. Most definitely. Kenny Omega versus Hangman Page to see who goes on to take on the World Heavyweight Champion. I thought that was a very well done match.
Yeah, hell of an opener.
Mm-hmm. I was surprised to see it be the opener. I would have thought it would have been later.
I was too. But I think because really, honestly, the card was pretty stacked. It was a stacked card. So what do you open with? You open with an exciting match that gets you hooked right away. So it works. Plus, I think it bookends the show. You have the match that sets up the challenger for the title. Then going forward, and then you end the show with who's going to be the champion.
Mm-hmm.
But I was surprised too. But overall, it worked. There was another thing. This was a long show, but I was never like, oh God, when is this going to end?
Oh yeah. It felt pretty good all the way through. I was, like I was saying, I was more of a fan of the opening card, and the FTR match. The Matt Hardy stuff, I wasn't too. I thought there was some funny stuff in it.
I wanted to hate it. But I really had a fun time.
Yeah.
I laughed the whole time. So that one was, I usually don't like that kind of stuff, but that one worked for me.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably my favorite of the Matt Hardy deletion stuff. Definitely.
Really?
You talked about FTR best showing in AEW. To me, that was Matt Hardy's best thing in AEW.
The broken stuff. I enjoyed it, but I wasn't crazy about it. Would you call it a wrestling match? I mean, or was it just?
It's the same as all that stuff. Would you call the final deletion a wrestling match? No. Would you call any of that stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
it's its own little genre, which to me, when you have these shows and you have a bunch of different styles, to me it works better instead of so much of the same thing. Like if you had all matches where they're just going all out, like the Kenny Omega Hangman Page match, by the end of the show, I think you burn out. But this gave me a lot of different types of things, and I kind of like all of that about wrestling.
Yeah.
Kind of like when WCW was hot. I thought part of the appeal was all the different styles. You had, the what they call like the Super Juniors doing, all kind of like the precursor of, the Hangman Page, Kenny Omega kind of match. And then you had like tag team stuff. You had the hardcore guys. You had the more storytelling with the NWO. So I like it when there's a bunch of different things on the show, not just one particular style.
Almost definitely.
And for people who say that there's no psychology in AEW, I don't think they're paying attention, because almost all these matches really told the story, and there was long-term storytelling leading up to this show, and a lot of stuff that's going to lead out of the show. You don't know where a lot of the things are going to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, the opening match show was great.
Opening match was
Kenny
great.
Omega as a heel is much better to me, because I do find him naturally annoying, and so he plays into that as a heel, and his entrance being so over the top is pretty awesome to me. It's similar to what's the guy's name? He used to wear the mask, Generico. When he was just himself, I forget what's his name now?
Sami Zayn.
When he was just himself, like, he's really good and everything, but he had this natural, like, something about him, you were just annoyed. And then when he went heel, like, he really played that up, and I think he's one of the best heels in WWE. And the Kenny Omega stuff, for me personally, he's naturally annoying. I just don't want to like the guy. So when he does this subtle heel stuff, it really works for me.
Yeah. I mean,
and I'm sorry to interrupt you. Hangman Page is a guy that's really grown on me. I didn't really like him when AEW first started.
The match that they had with Jeff Hardy and Sami Zayn and who was the other AJ Styles. That match, I would say that match was better than a lot of the matches on this show. Just to give WWE some credit, because you did say that this pay-per-view was, the best pay-per-view. I think WWE has.
I think it is
delivered some good shows.
I think I like the last two WWE
pandemic
pay-per-views, but I like this one better. I personally enjoyed this one a lot better.
I enjoyed it. I'm not saying it's bad, or I'm not trying to crap on it or nothing. I thought the opening spots was really great, the opening matches and everything. I wasn't crazy about the main event, I'll say that. But if you want to go in order, we can go in order.
Yeah, we'll go in order. So we had by the way, Serena Deeb on the match with Allison Kay was really good. I think it was better than the women's match that was on the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Serena Deeb is really good, but she definitely needs something. She needs a character, or I honestly think she needs a manager, because she's not a good talker, but she's a really solid wrestler all around. But there's something missing, as far as like charisma and everything. So if you'd put her with somebody, I think it would help her a lot. I mean, maybe that's where you could put Vicky Guerrero with her, maybe.
Yeah.
Because it looks like they're going to be splitting her up.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because, when she was the one promo that I seen her deliver in AEW, it wasn't very good.
It was pitiful, yeah.
I honestly think they probably should have cut it from the show, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I was surprised they had on the show. It was really bad. I mentioned that on the AEW post show the other week.
Not.
It was almost like either she couldn't read the teleprompter, or she had it memorized and forgot it. But either way, I'm not sure why they aired it. Because it was pre-taped too. And it's too bad, because actually I wasn't a real big fan of hers before, but her matches are very good in AEW. I think she's one of the better just wrestlers in the women's division in AEW, but she definitely needs help as far as like a package goes, I think. I'm not saying make her into some stupid gimmick, but needs something, you know what I mean?
So she defeated Allison Kay, and she kept by submission.
Yeah, it was a good match.
And then Kenny Omega, we talked about that match. He defeated Hangman Page to go on to face. He's going to get a championship shot for winning the tournament.
Yeah.
Then Orange Cassidy versus John Silver.
I was against having this match because, like, to me, it was a big step down for Orange Cassidy after you did all the work to establish him beating Jericho. That being said, a really, really fun show, really fun match show it was. And I have to admit, John Silver, I don't watch Being Elite, so I haven't seen the stuff. I think they could have, I'm not saying he's made event material, but they have something in. He's a character you could use on the show. There's something there.
Yeah. Most definitely. He's showing us a lot. You know, I know a lot of people kind of talk about how tall he is and everything else, but I mean, he is delivering with the charisma.
Yeah, I think to me is the charisma is more important than the height, especially today.
Yeah, most definitely.
I'm not saying the size means nothing, but I don't think it's for the wrestling audience. I don't think it's necessarily a big deal. Honestly,
I do agree with
no
you
one
though.
Really watches it, no one think it's real.
I do agree with you on the Orange Cassidy thing that they should have had him in a bigger spot, especially coming off the feud with Cody Rhodes. I mean, this is definitely a step back.
Yeah, both of them, Cody and Jericho.
Yeah.
At least he won, and he was on the show. If this was just a match by itself, it's very fun and it has its place. But I think when you do all this to establish him and really raise his, because he's one of the, they've established one of the main guys, and then he's kind of really in like an undercard match on the show.
Yeah, I mean, if this was on like a Dynamite, you know, it'd be fun. But I do think they were entertaining though for the match.
It was, and Silver. I see more in Silver. I actually agree with the commentators. I think they were kind of, they're saying like Silver should leave the Dark Order. They're kind of saying that as a part in story, but I think Jim Ross also meant that, and I agree. I actually like the Dark Order, but I think Silver would benefit from being out of that.
Ousted, like they throw him out at some point.
I mean, he's funny in it as a guy that gets smacked around and everything, but I don't know. I think he could be something more.
Well, Brody Lee does treat him like the scum of the earth. I mean, like just telling him.
I mean, it is funny interaction. I guess without Brody Lee on the show right now, you're not seeing a lot of that.
So what's Brody Lee doing? Why is he out for a while?
I think just probably just taking time off to sell, get beat, which that works for me. Yeah, you could eventually do the Silver and Brody Lee would be a fun feud, honestly. It'd be the guys finally has enough being beat down and treated like shit, and it's just an old school story, and he'd be the total underdog versus the everyone would want to see him beat Brody. I think that would be good.
Yeah,
I think eventually he'll be a hero.
So he defeated John Silver. So Orange Cassidy is the victor. I don't believe that was for anything. It was just a singles match.
No, it was fun. Darby Allin versus Cody Rhodes. This might have been my favorite match. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah. I was
really. It's hard for me to pick. There's a lot of that. This one, Kenny Omega, Hangman Page, and the tag matches are all really high up there for me.
If I had to pick
this is probably more my style of wrestling. But go on.
Yeah. They had like a rumor going around that like Sting might show up to the pay-per-view. Did you see these rumors? That like he might be managing Darby Allin, but that did not take.
That would work for me.
Yeah.
But I like the Darby Allin entrance with the car, and he just smashes the windshield. There's something about Darby Allin. The guy's got a lot of charisma.
Yeah,
I like him a lot.
And, like, who was the dude just driving the car? Like, whoa.
Yeah, I don't know. Just his buddy,
Darby Allin stooge. Is that his young boy?
Could be. He's got to remember though that don't let this guy get away with too much.
Most definitely. But I liked how Cody was kind of not taking him seriously at spots, and Arn Anderson would be like, "Come on, Cody, put him away, muscle this guy." It's like,
I love that.
Don't go out there, Cody. And hot dog.
I think it's one of the best uses of a manager in wrestling, because they actually explain why he's there. He really is the coach, and he actually gets involved without interfering, which you don't really ever see. He's like he gets mad, he gets upset when Cody's showboating.
Yeah,
it's really good psychology there, because you have Cody who's physically bigger, got the experience. He's had all these championships. He's fighting a smaller guy, so sometimes he lets that get to his head, so he starts showboating a little bit. And then you have the coach from the sideline. He's like, dude, you can't, you got to keep your mind in the game and stuff, and all that really works.
Yeah,
And Darby, perfect.
Led into the ending of the match where Darby just rolled him up and caught him. That was pretty awesome.
I like that too, because you see that spot so often. When they're doing the quick roll ups and no one ever wins doing that.
Yeah,
he wins doing it. It's like, oh shit, you can win doing this. And then that also helps when you do that spot in other matches, because now you're like, oh yeah, he beat him with that. Darby Allin won the title with that, so this could lead to the finish.
Did you get a sense that there might have been a heel turn for Cody at the end of the match when he was like handing?
Well, they've really been teasing. They do a lot of teasing for heel turns, and I think sometimes people get caught in like classic wrestling. Always, if you tease something, it's going to happen. It's not always. I don't think it's always a detriment if you tease something and it doesn't happen. I mean, that's kind of like if you're reading a story or anything. Sometimes foreshadow. Sometimes the foreshadow leads to that. Sometimes it's just you think, oh, this guy's gonna do something dastardly or something. He doesn't. And so in this match, it worked because Cody's playing the heel versus a smaller guy, which I think you have to do in the match. But it also keeps you guessing because you don't know. Will Cody turn heel? Even just having all those guys in his entrance is kind of heelish.
It is nice. Yeah, to not have it so blatant, like this guy is turning heel,
right.
Like look, he's mean mugging and everything. So it is nice that they do like these subtle things, like the entrance where they had him come out with a whole entourage, and just it was kind of like an asshole thing to do. But I enjoyed that very much. Do you think this could lead into a Darby Allin Brody Lee feud, because Brody Lee hasn't had like a rematch for the belt? That would be good. Then you could I do think they're really going all out with Darby, because he's good. He probably, I would think he would appeal to a lot of young people. Very marketable. You could sell like the shirts and stuff, you make stuff with them. You got one of the shirts, right?
I've got actually a few shirts of Darby Allin. 2 shirts. Okay.
Cool.
I'm a fan. I'm a Darby Allin. I don't know. I should have worn one tonight. For some reason, I'm wearing. I couldn't find this when we interviewed her the other week, but I found it since then, so I put it on. It's gorgeous ladies of wrestling shirt.
Oh, I see. Excellent. So after the Darby Allin defeated a pretty Cody.
Woman on it.
Yeah. I'm a fan of pretty ladies on shirts. Darby Allin defeated Cody Rhodes.
Taz came out.
Oh yeah, the Team Taz stuff.
Oh, so that would probably be the feud. It'll be the Team Taz guys versus Darby.
Yeah, because he was in it already with Ricky Starks, but I don't know. It's almost like Darby's making Ricky at this point, and I think he really needs to be put over. I
think he's above Ricky.
I think Ricky's not on his level yet. I like Ricky. I'm not trying to put the guy down.
Yeah. But the thing is, it's the TNT title, so it's like the title is defended on TV usually. So I think that's a good mini feud you can do. True. Not save it for the pay-per-view, but do you can do the tag team match now, Darby and Big Will Hobbs versus Team Taz, and then eventually do Ricky Starks going for the title against Darby. And I think that's a good match to do just on TNT. I wouldn't save it for a pay-per-view though, because I do agree with you. I think Darby is above that. But I think it's a good guy to do it on a TV show.
I did like that at the end where they had, they threw Darby into the car and all that, and they were trying to like break his arm. But like whenever they picked up the belt, Ricky Starks and Cage, when they had the belt and they were both kind of like looking at
that was
like, hey, wait, I want the belt. Yeah, I thought that was good.
It was good and more. Yeah, it's good. More subtle stuff that works to me.
So that was definitely a good spot. But
Ricky Starks, I like him too, but there's also something about him, like his head's too big or something. But he is a good heel, though. I like.
So after Darby Allin,
Ryan Cage is very green, but I like it.
Darby Allin defeated Cody Rhodes. It goes into Hikaru Shida taking on Nyla Rose with Vicky Guerrero in her corner.
Yeah, I don't think this match was bad. Like, I wouldn't say it's a bad match, but it was definitely, I think, the worst match of the show.
Yeah.
It wasn't great.
You had Vicky getting involved with it where she was like trying to sweep the leg, and she also used the cane on Hikaru Shida at one point. And I do like Vicky's involvement. And I found it strange that at the end of the match she slapped Nyla Rose and Nyla didn't retort.
Yeah, that was weird too.
Yeah. So it's like, because that didn't seem like that's how Nyla's character would be. So I guess that's another thing that can make you wonder what's going to go on with this. Does Vicky have something on Nyla where she can't just slap Vicky or powerbomb her or whatever? Because, you know, it doesn't look like Vicky's a very powerful woman or anything. Like,
yeah.
So
yeah, Nyla was really blown up by the end.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't do a lot at the end there. Some people I saw didn't like that she gave her so many knees. I liked that idea, but I didn't think the knees looked too good after the first one. But I like the idea of her just kneeing her a bunch of times to finish it. But it wasn't that great.
I did like when Sheeta did like go like she had Nyla at one point and then she picked her up like she wasn't going to pin her yet. I thought that was kind of
yeah, because you never see that from the baby face.
No,
yeah, and it showed that she was pissed. Yeah, I like that too.
It's good stuff. But
Young Bucks, yeah, we talked a little bit about this, but Young Bucks FTR match I thought was tremendous. And I loved the finish. This finish was like really called back to like years of FTR, the no flips guys. And then the guy goes for a flip. Now, if Tully was out there, he might have said, don't do that. But they didn't have Tully out there to tell him. And he's like, I'm going to show you guys. And it leads to them losing. They went out of their comfort zone and lost. I was like, that makes sense. I like it.
They had a stipulation on this match where the Young Bucks could not challenge for the tag team belts again. And when I heard that, I was like, oh, don't do that. Cody's already done that, you know? And I was just thinking, God, don't lose. And I was like, I really hope they win this match. So that did put a lot more into it. And they were teasing how Matt was, his leg was messed up and everything. So,
and I think the fact they did it with Cody before actually made you think maybe they will do it here. Because otherwise you would think, well, you know, they're not.
It did make you worry. So that was good that they kind of kept fans guessing with that. So, but I was glad that they won because I don't want to see that stipulation again where it's like, oh, well, we can never challenge for the tag belt.
Yeah.
Fans want to see.
Yeah, then they bring the TNT tag.
I think everybody wants to see Cody Rhodes challenge for the world belt again. I mean, but they're just not.
I think it'll happen. They probably have a storyline already in the works for the eventual time they do it.
Yeah.
But who knows what it is? Maybe it's after he turns heel and he lies. Maybe he turns heel and he says that was Cody can never go for the title. Cody Rhodes can. I don't know. Who knows?
Now that he has his name back, he can use it.
Yeah.
I'm Cody Rhodes now. I don't know of this Cody.
If he's going to lie, if he does it as a heel, it can work. You know what I mean? You don't want your baby face lying, but the heel, like he's just a dick and lies, that could work. We'll have to wait and see.
Very true.
Maybe he never will. I don't know, but I assume they will eventually. People always talk about the bald guy from I can't remember who's who, but they always talk about the bald guy from FTR. But I think the other guy is awesome. Like I don't think he gets enough praise.
Their names are hard to remember. Their new names.
I don't think they have great names, to be honest. Like
I don't think they thought that one out. It's like Dash Wilder, right? And
I think Dax Harwood.
And see, it is hard to remember their names. And Cash Wheeler, is that it?
That's it. Yeah.
It's like that doesn't really flow off the tongue very easy.
No. But the redhead guy, like he was like, I thought he's gonna kill himself a few of the like dives out to the ring, and like that was another thing I thought was smart. So he does the big spear, almost like Big E spear through the onto one of the Bucks outside of the ring. I was like, holy shit, that was awesome. Then he goes to do it again later in the match, and he misses, and I was like, that's great because like they already set up that this was a spot to take the guy out, and it worked before, and this time he missed. I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
This was a lot better than their last match.
I wonder what the reason
Well, they didn't-
they were
the-
going out of their comfort zone for this match. Like what like maybe they felt like they had to step it up to win, you know, or
I think so. Yeah. It's like we
Yeah, 'cause,
want to
like-
prove people said we're not as good as these guys. We got to prove we are.
yeah. And Tully could be quizzing, you know, asking questions.
Yeah, until
about
he
it.
wasn't there to keep him in line and stuff. So.
Yeah, so definitely looking.
And I
forward
don't think
to
this is the. I listened to a couple of the clips from Cornette because I like to keep track of what people in the business think of this stuff, and he was like saying it was the death of FTR and like they're like done. I was like, what?
best
they lost
best
one
match.
match and
best match I've seen of theirs so far. I think.
Yeah.
This is not the death of FTR. I don't know what. What is?
And
this
I'll be
smoking?
honest, I don't know. His idea for the match sounded awful. Well, first of all, he said like
was
they
it?
shouldn't sell anything to the Young Bucks. It's like that would really be a great match. They just come in there and they just destroy the Young Bucks and they didn't even sell their moves. Like that would be great.
Like,
And to be
just-
honest,
or
are they
no,
even that much bigger than the Young Bucks? I think the Young Bucks are actually a little bit taller. They're
Yeah.
not quite as heavy, but it's not
No.
like they're giants. They're not the biggest guys either.
Hmm.
And so, but his idea was like they would go in there and like they'd like look like they're working together, and then they would stop working and like shoot on them and then beat them, and then the fans would be like, oh, they went against the plan. I'm like, that sounds awful. And I'm pretty sure if they did that, he would have
Yeah.
hated that because he always hates that kind of stuff. I hate that too. It's like
Mhm.
the rest, this is fake, but now it's real. Like that just sounds awful.
No, that doesn't sound good at all.
Yeah, a lot of times
Yeah.
he did the same thing when he rebooked the Invasion. It was like the same idea, where it was like it was somehow it was fake, and then but then
Yeah.
I don't know. So a lot of times his ideas that he has instead are way worse than the stuff that actually happens.
I just don't understand why he has to always double down and just like the Young Bucks are like the worst thing ever. I mean, how can you
Hey,
not
Kenny,
watch this and enjoy it? I mean, it's just it
I
doesn't
don't know
compute
either.
with me. It just doesn't.
I mean, honestly, the FTR selling to the Young Bucks. If you're gonna first of all, it's wrestling. I don't think it needs to be like you know what I mean.
Mhm.
I like to be believable on some level, but not like like you're not gonna sit there and nitpick. It's still wrestling.
Yeah,
But FTR selling to the Young Bucks is way more believable than like the Road Warriors selling to Midnight Express or like the Russians selling for the Rock and Roll Express. I mean, they were like comparatively way smaller.
yeah. I mean, those guys are monsters. Which I do think FTR are big physically. They you can tell their legs are huge and everything, but like
But
tight.
they're not like giant dudes. They look like tough guys, but it's not
Yeah.
like I see them in the Young Bucks next to. I mean, Young Bucks are athletic.
Mhm.
I don't really have an issue with these guys working against each other.
Yeah. Well, Cornette just hates them, and he doesn't want them to have any
and
good
Kenny,
spots
and he
or
hates
anything.
even his lackey there was disagreeing with the kid because he was like he just he thinks Kenny Omega is like the worst wrestler that's ever lived.
Could
I
we
don't
have a new
understand.
person on this podcast soon? It's like he gets kicked off because Cornette just can't take his
He probably doesn't know how to record
honesty
or
anymore.
anything,
He's
so.
like he's lying and saying he likes Omega matches.
I will say Cornette was at least he was because there was like this fake thing out there. It was like a sheet that said like all they were AEW's paying Meltzer and Alvarez and like all these things. I think Hannibal talked about it, but at least Cornette was saying this isn't real. Don't believe this. So that was good. I
Is
think
him
probably
and
because he
Dave
was
still
on
on
it.
the outs?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, there's the
Yeah,
big.
he said that he'll never talk to him again.
Oh,
See, that's the thing with him. It's always like once he does you do something he doesn't like, it's like you're dead. You're dead. You're like
Do
you
you
can
think,
never do anything good again.
do you think it's like he's just a disagreement? Do you think Meltzer and Russo team up now and they're like they talk about their Cornette stories with one another?
That would be pretty awesome. I'd watch it. It is funny to me people who do think Meltzer's lying and being paid off. It's like if you've ever paid attention to Meltzer, he's loved Kenny Omega for years.
He has.
He's given the guy 6-star matches. He loved the Young Bucks for years. So why would, when they were on a national promotion in the U.S., why would he all of a sudden hate them? Why would he be like, oh, he's lying now and saying he likes him when he's liked him for like a decade?
I mean,
that's the kind of wrestling he likes.
I mean, like he was liking Kenny Omega matches before the New Japan World was out, so it wasn't like readily available material. I guess he would have somebody send it to him, but it's like, you know, they were not a thing.
That's when I first heard of the guy.
He was still talking about him, you know. So you cannot say he's a bandwagon with that. Yeah.
No, it's silly. I don't know why it's so unbelievable to somebody that someone could like the show. It's like, have you ever, when they had a crowd, everyone was into it. Obviously, someone likes it. There wouldn't even be AEW if it wasn't the Kenny Omega, Cody, and the Young Bucks really rose like in popularity. And then you know, getting Jericho involved, you get your mainstream guy, but it was those guys who like was really catching on and grew their own audience.
But on that note,
if they weren't involved, there wouldn't even be a show.
I do think it's smart to try to get this video game going, and if it's a good game, I think that's good advertisement for AEW because
it definitely is, because that's definitely the crowd for them too.
Yeah. I mean, because the reason I started watching WCW again, I remember my friend. Actually, my cousin Todd was over here and he was talking about going and watching Goldberg versus Hulk Hogan. And I was playing, like, previously to that, I was playing the N64, WCW versus NWO. And I was really liking it. So whenever I tuned into the show, I was like, oh, that's Eddie Guerrero. That's, these characters that I was seeing on the game. So it kind of just glides you into being, grooming you to be a fan for AEW. So I think that is a smart thing that they're putting together a video game.
Yeah, and all these guys are on Twitch playing games. They could play their own games now.
So Rusev can be himself.
It would be fun.
Or
I mean, honestly, wouldn't that be fun? You watch Rusev playing himself against whoever playing themselves.
He could be beaten up on the best friends. He'd be like, never forgive you. Never forgive you. But yeah, so
I'm not going to disagree with anyone who didn't like this next match because I went in wanting to hate it. I'll be honest, and begrudgingly, it won me over, and I kept laughing. So I just like, all right, I got to admit, this works for me, and it's making me laugh, so I like it. And that was the Matt Hardy Sammy Guevara match. I mean, either you like this kind of thing or you don't. I think
I'm with you on the comedy. I like the comedy spots. I did think it was funny. I love Gregory Helms' line when he came in as the reporter and he asked,
I would like to see him come in once in a while.
Everybody at AEW wants to know, is this feud cursed or are you just a klutz? And Sammy's just like, well, I'm glad that you asked. And then he just kicks him. I thought that was pretty good. I didn't quite get the whole bit that Matt had to get to AEW to get to like redo. I guess he just had to get in the company to finish up the one that they started from WWE. Because I think Gregory Helms was
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the whole history of all the deletion and stuff. Maybe there was some type. Maybe even Impact. Maybe it was an Impact. They did something.
Yeah. I think it's WWE.
Probably there. I just don't know it either.
Well, Gregory Helms was involved in Impact as well, and then he was involved with the. Was he involved with the WWE one? Can't remember. They're kind of melding together.
I don't know. I don't think he was, to be honest.
I do remember seeing him in Impact because I remember him showing up to Jeff Hardy's house for Trick or Treat.
Yeah,
and that was an Impact show.
Gangrel looked good too. I was like, wow, he looks in better shape than he did back in the day.
I'm kind of wanting a Gangrel run. Are they allowed to call him Gangrel?
I told that to my brother today.
Are they allowed to use that name? Like, because I figured that was a WWE
question. Well, I don't
thing.
think I don't think WWE actually ever owned it. I think it was White Wolf, whoever the company that put out Vampire the Masquerade.
That's true. I remember that. Yeah. I remember they had a Gangrel character. So, I remember
really
hearing
weird.
about
Just popped up on our live stream. It suggested our Glow interviews. It's really weird since I'm wearing the Glow shirt.
Excellent.
Man, YouTube's really paying attention. It's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just saw that. Maybe it was kind of weird.
Let's see. What do I think about? I mean,
But yeah, I would like to see Gangrel come in.
oh,
I thought somebody was
I
going
like
to be in. I
Gangrel.
thought for sure someone was in the casket. I was like, who's popping out of the casket?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
had the casket in there, and no one ever did. But I was, I honestly was. I thought, I wonder, because normally like people wouldn't do this, but I thought maybe Jeff Hardy would like make an appearance, even masked, but he didn't. But
Mhm.
I thought maybe he might.
Vince Rudo here in the
would've been
chat
pretty
room
fun.
says
I
he
also
owns
love them
Gangrel for
having.
wrestling
I love them
purposes.
having the fight with the what?
Vince Rudo
Oh, okay.
says he owns.
I liked it when
Gangrel
they
for
were.
yeah. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I also like them fight. I'm sorry. I like them fighting with the rockets,
Yeah, yeah.
bottle rockets. That was pretty
That
fun.
part to me was just like a little. I don't know. We've been here for this. I mean, they were just rehashing it to me. I thought that part was a little.
But they had the. It was great because then he could roll in the mud and they could say, "What do you?" The old folks are going to think this is a mud show.
Okay, that line was good. You know, I did like that.
Uh-huh.
That was funny. But just the fireworks, I was just like, I don't know if we need.
I
it.
liked it.
But they have done it
I
previously.
liked it.
When it broke down in the end and they shut the garage door on Sammy and it kind of became like a horror show in a way. I wasn't too crazy about
I
that.
liked it.
And JR,
I liked when he just said like shut the yell shutting the door and stealing them in. I was like, it's pretty awesome.
JR and Excalibur like commentating over it. That felt a little. I wasn't too crazy.
I
And
liked
they had
it.
the
It worked for me.
piped in.
Yeah, normally I would hate that, to be honest, but it worked for me.
But
so I'm not gonna say you're wrong or I disagree. I think it either works for you or it doesn't. You know,
like when it came back to Tony Schiavone and JR and Excalibur sitting at the booth, I looked at Tony and he's just doing like this. He's like, I'm thinking he's thinking absolute shit in his mind right now. he's thinking, good God, what a
I liked it. It worked for me. Oh, by the way, I forgot. I do want to say I also thought Don Callis was good in the opening match.
I did want to bring that up.
He added a lot.
He announced that he was an Impact official and that Kenny Omega asked him to be there because they're friends, which I found it shocking that he came in and did it, but they're working with the Impact too, I guess. So
I think it's just like, why not? Why not? You're not like, we're going to share town, but why not, doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt them to bring up Impact. Maybe it helps Impact a little bit.
I would say.
I think I like that personally. I mean, why pretend these other companies don't exist?
They do mention other companies. I've never even heard them mention WWE. So
yeah, but I like that because Don Callis added some input that maybe some other people wouldn't have brought up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And
I'm a fan of Don Callis, so that was good. I didn't like him in WWE, but I like him in it. I have not seen Impact stuff, so I have no idea what he does in Impact. But I always liked him in I liked him in ECW.
I'm a big fan of his commentary, and if he left Impact to join AEW's announced team, I'd probably be in favor of that. But he is
good. I thought you were saying you didn't like him, but yeah, I like
him. No. I just feel bad that I'm saying that for Impact's purposes, but but I mean, I am a fan of his commentary, and he's got like Josh Matthews and his wife. What's her name? I'm forgetting her name. Madison Rain. She's doing the commentary, and it's like it's not very good. Like Don Callis pretty much made the commentary in Impact. He's probably one of the best parts on the show, and he's not doing it on the shows that I've seen, and I'm not a fan of that. So, I mean, he would really add a lot of life to the show when it kind of would need it. But, yeah, so it was cool to see him there because that kind of carries over the New Japan thing where he was always talking about Kenny Omega being the best wrestler and all that. And he's such a big fan of him. They're such close friends.
Now, the next match, I will agree. It's not, if you just look at it as like compared to the other stuff. Like the work isn't the best. But for me, it was more about the story in this match as MJF and Jericho. I also didn't have a lot of heat. I think a lot of it is it's weird because I'm sorry to interrupt you. Jericho's intro, to me, it's like clearly the fans really want to cheer the guy.
That's starting to song. That's starting like I like him singing the song, but it's starting to be like how is he going to stand there and smile and be happy that they're all singing his song and then he's Mr. Heel, you know? I mean,
I think he just should be. I think he's going to turn babyface eventually. He's going to get kicked out of the group.
That's
MJF
possible.
will be the new leader, and he's going to have a run as babyface Jericho.
Yeah. That's true. It could happen, but the match itself, I thought it was, but it was a passable match. I didn't, think it was great. I didn't hate it, but
I liked the finish a lot.
Oh, yeah. MJF kind of faked that he got hit by the bat, and then like when Jericho was talking to the ref, he kind of rolled him up after that.
Yeah. So I think that all worked for me. I think storyline, it was good. I don't think like if you just compare this to like some of the other matches, it's not as good, obviously.
I liked, at the end,
but it wasn't a match about like a bunch of cool moves either. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Jericho kind of accepted it that he lost, and that they shook hands, and they said that he's in the inner circle now. I kind of liked Jake Hager and Wardlow. They were like looking at each other, like almost like
I like that
this
too.
could be
Again, it's like
this could be a tag team. Yeah, and I thought that would be a good pairing with Wardlow and Jake Hager. So they seem like they would work well with each other.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And so MJF is in the inner circle. Be curious to see what happens there. Could lead to Jericho being ousted. It could lead to something else. We don't know. We'll have to just wait and see.
Yeah. It worked.
No more tickling asses with feathers, though, now, Jack. They're together. They are a thing. He is in the inner circle.
I was thinking instead of just accepting defeat, he was going to be like, I'll not concede. I'm going to take this to the courts. But he didn't do that. John.
I don't think he wants to do that because he's kind of a supporter, isn't he?
No, it's a good right. That's probably
so. From what I've heard, anyways. So.
Yeah, well, he's donated money. So.
Yeah, that's what I heard about.
But it would have been funny to me. John Moxley versus Eddie Kingston. All right, I must want to say something. Okay. Eddie Kingston's promo is fantastic.
Yes, totally agree.
One of the top in the business.
I agree with that.
When he's out in street clothes, he looks cool. Looks like a tough guy. This gear, someone should have said, "Dude, don't go out like that. It looks awful."
Yeah. I've said this for a while. I thought Impact did it the best. He had like a chest protector on, and it made him look a lot better. Why he got away from that?
He just wrestled in the street clothes. I don't get it.
He looks like somebody's uncle or something. I don't know. Like in that outfit, it looks like he's like getting ready for spaghetti.
It really pronounces his belly.
Yeah.
Like I don't even notice his belly when he's just in like a shirt.
Yeah.
When he's out just talking,
like in a jersey or something. Yeah. I don't know. The green gear, it wasn't.
Yeah, even if he was in better shape, it doesn't fit his character. Like, why would this guy be wrestling? It looks like something like a luchador wear with like a mat. Like it doesn't. Do you see him? Like he's there talking. He's really like this violent guy, and he's talking about all this real stuff and being from the streets. And then he comes out like this, like really bright wrestling gear. It doesn't. There's nothing about it. It makes him look bad, and it doesn't fit him as a character.
Yeah. They said it was an homage to somebody, but I don't know. Somebody should stop him.
He always wears stuff.
Yeah. And his arms are just very small. I mean, he doesn't look like, I really don't. I think he should really consider his attire, like not wearing that.
Yeah, because when he just wears street clothes, I don't think of any of that. It's like, oh,
Mhm.
this guy, because he's talking. He
And
sounds like he could beat your ass.
Yeah, he seems tougher because of how he's speaking. He's a very intimidating character, but yeah, not crazy about the wrestling attire on Eddie Kingston.
Yeah, I honestly, that's a guy that should just wear the street clothes. He could wear, a shirt, a t-shirt or a button, just
Yeah.
something that he just wears when he's out in the ring.
Yeah.
I like the match. I know some. I think this one's kind of a split one.
Yeah.
I like the hardcore matches. I thought this worked. I really like the finish with the barbed wire wrapped around his arm, on his head face. That worked for me.
I think it's like you can't put the world champion on first, but if they would have flipped Kenny Omega's match with this match, I think I would have been happier with the match. It's just that it was in the main event slot, and I just was like, it's just a hardcore match in the main event slot, and it just doesn't feel right to me. It doesn't have a prestige to it to me. It just has.
It worked for me. I don't mind a hardcore match, and I like that because they're not those two guys. Well, Moxley can work different styles, but those two guys working a match are not going to outdo someone with like a bunch of wild moves. So I think they worked the best match at the best style that these two guys are going to work with each other. I don't mind a hardcore match in the main event.
I mean, I like hardcore matches, but I just don't think it had that main event feel to it while I was watching it. It just had to, they're out getting.
I think a lot of it is gear.
Yeah, that doesn't help. And the barbed wire messed up at one point they should rig this stuff better where they like keep it, because like it kind of messed up the spot because the barbed wire came off and you saw John Moxley put it back on. And it was like, so it's probably gimmicked or something. Like, why is he putting it back on in the middle of a match? I didn't like that. And it did lead into something where Eddie had the barbed wire on his arm and all that. So
I do think thumbtacks actually work in an I Quit match, because I don't think they'd really like hurt you where you get pinned, but they could make you say, fuck this, I give up.
I don't like these things poking out of me.
Yeah.
And
I hope this isn't the end of Eddie Kingston, because promo wise, the guy is amazing.
I think
you felt so much emotion going into it.
I think promos, there's nobody better. I think he's up among the top in the business right now. The wrestling, I'm not so sold on. I don't know. He's going to have to do. I don't know. He has to pick his game up for me. I just don't think he's cutting it.
I like him as a wrestler. I like that kind of style. I like the physical, hardcore stuff.
Yeah.
It works for me. But he's also an older guy. There's a lot of injuries and stuff.
Yeah,
because he had retired, and then he came out of retirement to go to Impact, I believe.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to some of his older matches. I remember watching him in Chikara, I think, taking on Chris Hero, and I'm trying to remember if I even liked it back then. I remember being totally big on his mic skills, but just the wrestling, I just don't know if he's ever had it for me. I think in a tag team, he's probably better. Probably as a manager who like comes in and does some stuff, it'd probably be fine. But I don't know. I didn't like the main event. I wasn't big on it.
I liked it, but overall, definitely a show people should watch.
Oh, I definitely recommend it, and I did like Kenny Omega at the end. He kind of pointed to the, like all this, and then the announcers kind of put it over that Kenny Omega doesn't want this in his rematch, because they did have a very similar match at Full Gear last year.
Yeah.
So,
which I really liked. I know some people hated that one, but I liked.
I was a little out on that one too. I was thinking, just being a main event. Was it a main event? I think it was.
I don't think so.
Was it not? It was up there though, but.
It might have been it might have been because like it was unsanctioned, maybe.
That's right. Was it Lights Out? Did they call it Lights Out match or something like that?
Yeah.
It was
I thought it was awesome, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, and I don't mean to. I'm kind of not huge on John Moxley's matches in AEW either. I've kind of been a little sour on some of his stuff. I'm not really digging a whole lot of his matches, to be honest with you. I think he should pick it up, if you ask me.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we get a lot of people online, Incher.
Okay. Excellent.
They're wanting to talk about Raw,
Raw.
which I didn't watch. That's why I didn't pick up
either.
on their calls yet. I'm like, let's talk about the show we watched. Before we get to them, also, I know it's not wrestling related. He might have appeared in wrestling, but rest in peace to Alex Trebek.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Are they going to continue Jeopardy?
I believe so.
Yeah.
He wasn't the original host of Jeopardy. I actually didn't know that. I thought he was, but it seems weird that people talk about it like immediately after he dies. It's like, yeah, maybe eventually get someone else, but like it's like, oh, well, now we need the new guy.
It's just like, well, he's done. Let's get somebody else. I know it is kind of a harsh thing to do, but I think everybody wonders it though. But
my oldest uncle died of pancreatic cancer, but he died very quick. They found he had it, and he went to the hospital, and like in a week he was dead. But
goodness.
Alex really seemed to have it for a while and suffered a long time, unfortunately.
All right.
I watched his last interview he did, and he talked about like he'd only be able to sleep a little bit of time because he'd be in so much pain. It was a tough watch. I didn't watch it all because it really was depressing.
Yeah.
All right. Steven from Butler.
Hello.
Toronto Stevie. How's it going, my man?
Oh, it's going pretty good.
You need to shave,
I need to shave too.
Yes, you do. Look at that
ball sack.
Look at Stevie. Toronto Stevie's all smooth shaven.
Yeah, but he probably can't even grow a beard is the thing.
No, I can't.
Not manly enough.
You can't grow a beard. And talking about beards,
I don't believe Native Americans can grow full beards. If you're full blooded.
No.
Really? Never knew that. Guess I never have seen one with them.
No, we do this. This grows forever, but not here. Well, I'll take Monday Night Raw for $800, Alex. If you want to talk about it.
All right. What did you think of this show? What was going on Raw? Neither Inch or I saw it.
Yeah, I mean, I might know a little bit about something, but because I have been watching Raw, so.
Well, so Matt Riddle,
isn't he just Riddle?
Who lost his first name for no apparent reason.
Why are they just calling him Riddle? Well, who thinks that's a good idea?
What if they just called him Matt?
Yeah. I don't know.
Intro, by the way, I don't know if you saw this, but we have official doctrine from Hank McGee, Sal McGee, sorry. And he said, going forward, you have to drop inch biceps and you're just going to be known as one.
Just one? Kind of like Billy Gunn, the one? Just one?
Not the one, just one.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Man, Lexar, what's going on? You need to clean off that.
Looks like he's in the sauna or something.
Screen. Yeah.
Clean his lens off.
What are you doing? Yeah.
Lexar from the
do
sauna.
Something naughty on it or what?
Oh, come on now. So, Stevie,
Yes.
what happened on Raw?
Well, so Matt Riddle joined the Survivor Series team in a second chance match.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're building up for Survivor Series right now, Jack. So.
Yeah, they did. This is the most uninteresting. I really could care less about Survivor Series.
Couldn't care less.
But because you have the men's and the women's teams on Raw basically doing the same storylines of everybody can't get along for about the 900th time. But yeah, he beat Elias, who's still looking like the son of Moondog Rex with these talk about bad attire. Elias looks like he's homeless.
Yeah. They're trying to book Elias as like a music guy now. They're really trying to pump his new album, it seems like. Like they had him.
Didn't they always?
Oh, music.
Was he always a music guy?
Huh? Yeah, well, yeah.
Wasn't he always a music guy?
I guess he's got a new album now. So are they going? Have they sold it yet, Stevie, or are they going to sell it?
Well, they keep promoting it on the show.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So.
I mean, I think he's okay, but
yeah,
it's not music.
I don't know why I don't watch a show, but when I used to watch a show, he was one of my favorites.
Yeah. You're all clean now, Lexar, just so you know. Good man. You need to shave, though.
Good man. Did you lick it up?
No.
Lick it up. Yeah. Lick it up.
I have a confession, Jack. I think
you licked it up?
No.
Oh.
I think it's finally gotten to me, though. I am enjoying Lick It Up. It comes on sometimes when I'm in the other room lifting weights, and I'm like, yeah, lick it up. It's just like I kind of found myself grooving to Lick It Up, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I think I'm finally starting to like this song.
It's only 25 years old.
Before we get to more to Raw, I have something to unveil to Lexar and sure.
Yeah.
This is the new Lexar shirt. What do you think?
What the hell? That doesn't even look like me. It looks like Dave Meltzer.
It looks like Dave Meltzer.
Yeah.
I drew that of you.
It doesn't look like me. And what does it say in the background? IYH
in your
head sports.
Yeah, in your head sports. I can't put CBS Sports on a shirt. But
maybe we need to get that banner for Lexar, and he could put it behind me.
That looks pretty sweet. I think it's pretty rocking.
I look like I'm in pain.
Yep.
John Barker says Lexar's going to bust out the lawyers for royalty. Tyler wants to buy one. Tyler Stevens. Al Oob says I like it. And this guy Neil says it's the greatest shirt in the history of clothes itself.
I like it. I'd wear one on the show.
See,
at least it doesn't have profanity on the front.
I look like I'm.
They're liking it, Lexar.
I look like I'm hurt.
Yeah, it was.
He says it looks like I'm hurt.
I'm sorry.
Like somebody did.
Well, I'll show you the picture it's off of. I'll show you the picture that's inspired by. Okay.
Yeah, you showed that picture a couple weeks ago of that drawing.
I don't know if I've seen it.
No, this is someone took a still of you.
What is that?
See, doesn't that shirt look just like that?
Who took the picture?
I wonder
How
what.
do this?
Wonder what that was a facial reaction to. What were you disgusted with at that point? Do you know, Lexar?
I don't remember.
Maybe it was maybe he saw into the future and saw the shirt.
Maybe. I don't think he's happy with the shirt.
You got a haircut since then, though.
Yes.
It's looking pretty good.
Yeah, kind of look like the butter of Songman right now.
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah. It's like you're like if you turn your head upside down, you'd be Songman.
You look at him. With the beard and the short haircut, I look like Songman. I look like the butter of Songman.
Well, you're gonna need a lot more time before I get up to you now, Lexar. I'm gonna
I could
build it
maybe
up.
I could start a song too.
Well, you're still on the air, just so everyone's aware. You're not losing enough hair, so that means we're both a pair.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go. All right. So what else happened on this Raw there, Steven?
Guess what? Somebody from Retribution actually won a match.
Really? Who was it?
Mustafa Ali.
Crowbar?
Mustafa Ali. Somebody from
Oh.
Retribution won a match. Mustafa Ali actually won something.
Yeah, he's like the leader of the Retribution now, so I guess they got to let the leader win some.
He actually made Ricochet tap out.
Oh, you beat Ricochet? Ricochet's like a nobody right now. Who cares about Ricochet?
Well, who cares about Retribution for that matter?
Yeah.
But he did win a match.
I mean, anybody can beat Ricochet. I mean, Lexar could run in and beat Ricochet. He's a bum. Used to be the most over superstar in professional wrestling, but then he joined WWE and they just made him the stalest thing you could ever see. He's like this moldy bread or something. It's just like, I do not want to see Ricochet anymore. Who cares about him? Sorry, Ricochet.
Poor Ricochet.
Oh, yeah.
But it's true.
Breaking news number 2, Lana goes through a table for 8th week in a row.
Jeez, how many times are going to do that?
But they actually did a tease in the first match. She was going to go through the table, and then Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke stopped Nia Jax. And so you got the impression that, the streak is broken. She's not going to go through the table.
Mm-hmm.
And then later in the show, Nia Jax had a match against Asuka, and Lana was at ringside for no apparent reason. And sure enough, she went through the table. For some, anyway, 8 weeks. So I wanted to, you guys can chime in if you want, or if you just want to forget about it. But where do you think this is going? Like 8 weeks in a row, Lana's going through a table.
I don't understand how they're like building Lana into anything. Like she's the girl who gets put through a table by Nia Jax. I mean,
yep.
That's.
I heard people
line?
say they think they're just trying to get her to quit.
Really? That could be the case. Why would they want her to quit though? Are they paying her a lot of money or something, and they just don't want to pay it anymore?
I doubt.
Like
just go to AEW.
John
Just like
Stasiak that has to do a stunt to get knocked down. Is that why? If you remember during his time in 01 when Sean Stasiak had to do a stunt, doing a promo or something, is that why?
I don't know. Sean Stasiak. We had him on the show, didn't we, Jack?
Yeah. He thought it was a rib.
He thought we weren't serious? Yeah, we want to interview Sean Stasiak.
It was really weird. He thought it was some big rib on him.
Like, it just makes you wonder what kind of ribs he gets thrown at him. He's just like always like shell shocked from another rib that's about to be played on him. It's like, yeah, we made this whole website where we interview people and everything, and just for this rib.
Yeah. By the way, Vince brings us up in the chat. They fired Tony Chimmel after like decades of it in the business. WWE.
Hey. Hello.
Hello, Antoine.
Hello. What's up?
What's up? Yeah. What's up? How y'all doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, Tony. I liked Tony Chimmel, man. He was a good ring announcer, man.
Yeah, he was over with people.
Yeah,
I mean, how are they going to have an Edge insurance without Tony Chimmel?
Oh yeah, and he would kill my boy Randy. He was the legend killer. Randy, but he was good. I missed some good moments of the WWE, like back then. Oh man, my two favorite eras, the Attitude Era and the Ruthless Aggression Era. Those were the best two. Like like back
Yeah.
then, like you would see like good promo, good story, good promos and all that, funny ones at the same time.
I would
Oh,
say
man.
the Attitude Era was definitely way better than the Ruthless Aggression Era. Like, I don't know
I
how
mean, to
people are, like,
people,
building it up to be this huge thing nowadays. It's like,
both, I mean, I like both, of them, but they was good, but like they, at the time, like they had like all all the best stuff, and shoot, like even most times two girls go naked on live TV. Oh, that was the best.
Lexar, you like the naked girls on the TV?
Oh yeah, hey, I miss all the good matches, the mud wrestling. Oh man, yeah. Oh, and the Brian Penny schoolgirl match, Playboy pillow fight. Oh, that was the best. Oh yeah,
We don't get
and,
those anymore. they got this whole women's revolution thing going on, and
oh yeah, man.
we don't get the Gravy Bowl matches anymore.
Oh yeah, man. I miss seeing that. And seeing my crush around from Trish Stratus over there in the older days.
You're a Trish Stratus fan?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, Antoine. I was with you.
Oh, here we go again, John.
Trish Stratus.
What happened?
She likes to just do like Hall of Fame speeches and just talk about the kids she's about to have, and I don't care about that.
Well, okay, that's you, but
but
reverse. Yeah, but yeah, that was a good moments. Then and another one too when I remember when D'Lo Brown. You remember when when Mark Henry and
when he bobbed his head, like he did the whole D'Lo Brown.
Well, not. Oh no,
that's about all I remember.
Too, like the time when him in China. When Mark Henry in China had beat up some guys in a bar or something, and I know D'Lo Brown was the limo driver. I remember one time, and then and there was another one when gosh, what was that other moment? It was you remember the one where when Mark Henry and Mae Young did they promo together?
Yeah.
Yeah. And let me see. It was
and Mae Young had a hand. She gave birth.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah.
You remember years later when they brought the hand back and he was with Mae Young?
Oh yeah, I remember that. And then gosh, it was another one too when I'm trying to remember that other moment. You remember when Nydia and Jamie Noble it was back in 2000.
Nydia, she had a very unique look. That's how.
Nydia. Yeah. I had loved
see
her.
A lot of women like that in the WV intro.
Well, she really isn't like a WV woman, but they paired her up with Jamie Noble, and like that became his Nydia, my Nydia. And,
maybe you need to find her. Maybe she could be your Nydia now, intro.
You never know. I heard a story about her once that somebody said they saw her at a show and like they locked eyes with her, and she got like embarrassed and left. That she was like just in the crowd or something.
Oh, Nydia.
Yeah.
Oh, she
told me that story. I don't know who.
Oh yeah, I know. I seen the interview a few years. Yeah, I seen the. Yeah, I seen the interview.
That was an underused group, though. I thought they were good together.
Yeah. She living her life now. I know. I saw her interview a few years ago, and I know now she has a daughter now, and just living her life. And who else? Same with Stacy Keibler too. Same with her too. And every other else I know.
Lexar, what would you do to this shirt?
What happened?
He's asking Lexar what he thinks about his shirt. Let's see, Lexar.
But it needs some color though. Black and white is not gonna. It needs some color. Like it needs some color of the skin.
Black and white. I like black and white.
Just doesn't do well in black and white.
You're not getting all Lexart up.
No.
This was color, you'd be like, getting ready to do some Lexarin.
Basically.
Oh, come on.
I think I'll keep it black and white then. Morgan, what's going on?
I'm sick of this reverse. Get up. Yes.
Morgan made it.
Gotta go, come up, go.
Morgan, what's going on, my man, my buddy, my pal?
Not much.
That's cool. Well, somebody's asking in the chat room, you got like a Dragon Ball Z shirt on or something?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Who's your favorite BBB character?
I guess gotta be Goku. I mean,
What's
there
going?
are tons of cool ones though.
Yeah. All I know about Dragon Ball.
What's up, John?
What is up?
Oh man, I'm tired of this reversing on this battleground. I'm pissing me off. Get a. Come on, Randy.
What is it? Are you
Is
playing
he just
video
watching
games
something
right
else?
now? He's playing video games on the show, Antoine. Are you Twitch streaming on us? Is that what you're doing?
Oh no, I'm talking at
If
the same
anybody's
time.
gonna be
man.
Twitch streaming on this damn show, that's gonna be me, not Antoine.
Breaking news for 2021. In Your Head's going to be moving to Twitch.
No, I don't think so, song man.
No, in your head is going to move to TikTok.
TikTok. That's like short little clips.
My friend Annabelle's been wanting me to get on TikTok. And sure.
I don't know nothing much about it.
Oh, and I can't. Y'all ready for Survivor Series? Y'all ready for Survivor Series too?
Are you pumped for Survivor Series, Lexar?
I'm ready for Survivor. I'm ready for Survivor Series. I can't wait till my boy Randy beat the suck dog.
Oh my goodness, Anton, you're like a big Randy Orton fan. It seems.
RKO out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's about the best part of Randy Orton, if you ask me. He does have some good promos every now and then. He did claim that he is the best in the business.
I don't remember a time I kind of thought of skipping all the way towards the end of a month because Steven said the same thing I said. Like, I'll kind of tune in as soon as November is kind of over because this is like not what last year apparently was even better, what most of us even wanted forever.
Let's go back to regular Survivor Series. You got the feuds. Mm-hmm. You put the guys and feuds together, so you got a big guy you got a big feud. You've got the Hurt Business, and you got this other group. What are they? The Revival, the Revolution, Retribution. It's like Crowbar and Pillar and Ace and Stiletto. You put them together. It's a built-in feud. It's already a group that you establish and you spent time on versus another group. It's tailor-made for the Survivor Series. Just do that up. Okay, that's the Survivor Series match. What's another feud? You got Randy Orton, you got Drew McIntyre. Okay. Randy Orton gets some guys with him. You put together some other feuds. Maybe there's a tag feud. Now they're tagging with Randy Orton. I don't know what
they did on Raw, by the way.
What's a tag team feud on Raw, Steven?
There's Miz and Morrison.
They put Randy with.
Okay, you put these guys together. Now you got the Captain Drew McIntyre's team versus Captain Randy Orton's team, and the guys are feuding with the other guys. Boom, you got yourself a match that people want to care about. That people care about and see. No one cares about Raw versus SmackDown because they don't bring it up the whole year round. They bring it up once when they do the Survivor Series, and they bring it up once when they do the draft. Any other time, no one cares. It's not like they're really fighting each other.
Yeah.
No one wants to see Survivor Series, Raw versus SmackDown, guys that aren't feuding versus guys that aren't feuding. The matches don't mean anything. Whoever wins means nothing. Do they ever bring it up why Raw won? No. Do they ever bring up SmackDown? No. It's a pointless thing. They've done it years now. No one cares about it. Just do the old school Survivor Series. Put together some matches. Give them cool nicknames. Team RKO versus the Scottish Haggis team. I don't know. Give them something.
But if
But
you
the
did
Raw
that,
and
Jack,
Smack-
if
but
you did that, Jack, you'd have like 3 hours of what do you do with Raw and SmackDown then? Because that's what's happening on Raw and SmackDown is exactly what you're saying. So like,
no, isn't it Raw versus SmackDown?
No. On Raw, that's what I'm saying. On like the main event of Raw was a 6-man tag. Randy Orton with Miz and Morrison.
Yeah, well, you don't give away all these matches. See,
yes,
that's another
what they're
thing.
doing. They're
They
giving it
lead up
away
to
for
these
free
Survivor
on
Series matches,
television.
and you see every possible combination of all the guys that are going to wrestle. And then you finally get to the pay-per-view, and you're like, well, I've seen all these guys wrestle 500 times. I don't want to see it again.
So why would you watch the pay-per-view then? You wouldn't, because you've seen it 500 times already. And John Morrison, he's getting screwed. He got destroyed again.
By the way, if you're watching this right now, hit the subscribe button and hit that little bell icon, and you will get notifications every time we're live.
There you go. Join in.
Do it up. You subscribed, Lexar?
Yes.
Good man.
Anyway, the Survivor Series is entitled Best of the Best. So the best of Raw and the best of SmackDown collide.
That's right, like the SmackDown versus Raw video game worlds collide.
Exactly.
But no, that was, man, they had some good soundtracks on that video
I ain't
game.
watching the show because I don't care. I couldn't care less.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why this thing has been out for 23 damn years, and then all of a sudden this a big pay-per-view out of the old 4 that's been around the longest. And like everyone says, like it's just all these brands for the past since the brand came back 5 so years ago, and then
no one cares about brands facing each other.
No, I mean it was really cool when it first started in 1505,
it was never cool.
When they just did it once on a pay-per-view. But then as the years came on in the last decade, it's not been meaning anything.
Even the name, brand split. Back when people cared about WWE versus Raw versus Nitro, it was called the Monday Night War. You were like, it's a war. I'm excited about a war. Who gets excited about a brand split? What does that even mean? It's like, oh, these brands split. Okay, I don't give a shit.
Like
well, actually,
you know, right away they're the same show because they said they're split. They should have called it the Civil War. Now we might care. It's not a brand split; it's a civil war. There's a civil war. It's Raw and SmackDown versus each other. Raw, WWE split. Now they're they hate each other. But it's just a brand split. You know, it's just whatever. Who cares? By the way, Jonathan Jackson, you are the man, and you won't get that shirt. I asked you to send me the address to send the shirt. I never got an address. All I got was an email address. I can't send a shirt to an email address. I had to send the shirt to a physical address. Give me your physical address, and I'll get the shirt out to you. I cannot virtually send a T-shirt.
There you
Is
go.
this the same shirt that
Jonathan Jackson
has the face on it?
Yeah.
Thank you, Jonathan. You are the man. Everybody must sing Jonathan Jackson's praises. He is the best. He is the number one. I love you, Jonathan. Thank you, sir.
Is this the same shirt that has my face on it?
No.
Lexar wants to know if you're selling his likeness.
Not yet. It's in the works.
He's going to sell your
people over in China to start sewing this shirt together.
Are you going to lawyer up, Lexar?
Yeah, I do. Either call Stelino and Barnes.
Who's Ray Sully, a.k.a. Masshole Head? I don't even know what they're talking about in the chat room.
I don't know. Beats me.
All right. So what happened? What else happened in Raw?
Bobby Lashley beat Tyler Neal. It was really quick.
Yes, I was gonna say if you're ever wondering what happened to Titus O'Neil, he's been
Yeah.
trying to join the Hurt Business, and the Hurt Business has just been beating the crap out of him every week.
Yeah, he did try to join a couple weeks ago, and they totally turned him down. They're just beating up on him.
To answer the question, though, if I was wondering what happened to Titus O'Neil, the answer is no. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
You probably hate what happened to Drew Gulak. He tried to join the Hurt Business this weekend. He got beat up. Then R-Truth tried to get the 24/7
No wonder I
championship.
don't watch this stuff. Jesus.
He's a 44-time champion for the 24/7 belt. It's really weird.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like that segment just for the silliness of it. I loved it.
It's pretty funny.
And then we actually see another incident with Nia Jax with Mandy Rose.
I actually heard her.
Oh yeah,
You
she's
hurt
supposedly legit hurt.
Oh, really?
Mandy Rose legit hurt because of Nia Jax.
What? Oh, geez,
Yeah,
that's
that's
another one
new.
for Nia. Nia's been hurting people a lot. So, what happened here?
Do you think she's the new policeman? They just like if they're mad at someone, they put them in the ring with Nyla Rose. Or
Why
with,
would they be
Nia
mad at
Jax?
Mandy Rose though? What did she do?
I'm sure she didn't put out for Michael Hayes.
Well, that would be bad if that's what they're doing. Michael Hayes is having Nia Jax do his dirty work.
I saw your boy though, Michael Hayes, intro on
He's
on
not
the new
just no.
Paul Bearer documentary, which is excellent, by the way. I really
I'm
like
sure
the Paul
yeah.
Bearer documentary.
I seen the
on the
little network.
network.
Yeah. Kate is alive, Undertaker. That was good.
Oh yes,
Oh, you're a murderer. I remember that. That was good on.
Big fan of Paul Bearer. He's been on the show several times. One of our first guests back then. Actually, I think he was the first wrestler to reply. When I originally sent out emails for people to come to the show, Meltzer was one of the first, Brian Alvarez, but I think Paul Bearer was the first wrestler to reply. He wasn't the first wrestler on the show. The first wrestler on the show was C.W. Anderson, but because he eventually came on the first year.
Look,
Very,
it's
very
Vic.
supportive guy.
Vic's back.
Vic Schiavone.
It's a swan song for a while, but here he is, the Vic Schiavone.
Rumors of my demise were greatly exaggerated. So.
Oh,
I'm glad. And he was telling me, he's like, no, I put a hit on him. I was like, man,
I want to do that.
By the way, Jonathan Jackson, he sent me the address. The shirt will be going out. I'm going to throw in, free of charge, an autographed Jackie Jones photo. And anyone else tonight sends in $10 or more. So it could cover the shipping and everything. Plus, PayPal takes a big percentage of this. So $10 or more, I'll send you an autographed Jackie Jones photo.
Autographed.
Intro's going to be donating now.
I got Tito Santana shoot in the other room. I got
What?
those. It's Tito Santana high spot shoot, I think.
Oh,
I bought it at the flea market.
that's cool.
Just the dude had a bunch of
You gonna
copies
sign
of
it?
it. Sure, I'll sign it. There's no reason for me to sign it. But I've seen this belt, and it was a WCW belt, and it was up on like Facebook Marketplace, and it
I
had
got a belt on.
it had like the weirdest signatures on it. It had like Bobby Fulton on it, and it was like the big one, like the Flair belt. And it had Buck Bagwell on it. Did he even hold that belt?
But no, he didn't.
He might have held it for someone while they were taking
he never
a leak
held.
or
He never.
something, but he
No,
never.
he never
was
held
actually
the belt.
champion.
Champion, no.
And then
He might have physically held it in his hands. Is what I'm saying.
yeah.
You know, I mean, there was a lot. I mean, back in WCW, there was a lot of talented wrestlers never got that opportunity. I know in WCW, I know Alex Wright was talented. Alex Wright.
Alex Wright, but I mean, I don't know about.
Yeah, man. And then who else? Him and Disco Inferno. Another one.
Disco again is one of my. I'm a big fan of Disco Inferno, but Do I think he's an uncrowned champion that deserved the title? No. Nothing against him, man.
Let me see who else.
What do you think,
Yeah,
Enchi? Do you
got their
think
opinions.
you got like
But-
Rick Rude should have had the title,
Yeah.
Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig, Ted
Disco.
DiBiase, and Disco.
Well, Rick Rude, he held the belt.
I didn't.
No, he had the title that they didn't name it. But
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know
here's the
people
belt.
who are talented, who, in my opinion, who had the belt.
What do you think about this
I know.
belt?
Oh, you got a Friday 13th belt, eh?
And another man that should have been, I know, the champion at the
Pretty
time.
cool.
I know.
It's a belt buckle. It's a seat belt belt. It's made out of like a seat belt.
Oh, neato. I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah, man.
Well, I also have a Macho Man one.
Oh, cool.
My mommy bought it for me.
Actually,
Right.
Like it.
Lexar, who do you think never had the world title and should have, besides Disco Inferno and Alex Wright?
Scott Hall.
Scott Hall, that's a good one.
Oh yeah.
Another.
That's a good one.
I know a good the world's most dangerous man, Ken Shamrock. He should.
He held the Impact belt, didn't he?
He never got a chance to win.
Title.
Yeah, he was talented. And I know
Rick Rude, they're saying here had the
I
WCW
know.
title. He did not. He had they just called it it was
Like,
supposed to be the
also-
NWA title, but they just called
Yeah.
it like the world title or something. They called it
who
something
else?
strange.
You're-
Couldn't use the
yeah.
NWA.
Oh yeah, and who else? What was his name? Hardcore Holly. He should have been champion at the time.
You're just naming every wrestler that ever lived.
And Crash Holly. I like.
Oh,
him.
he's got you with Crash Holly though.
I remember Draws. I know, but
Hey.
his career ended.
I hear you,
Because of D-Lo.
Antoine. Hey, what about that
Yeah.
Anarchia from Impact Wrestling? He should have had the belt, right?
ZZ.
ZZ. I got
Well,
that.
nah. In my opinion, now, but
Antoine's disagreeing with me.
yeah.
How about
well,
Highlander 2?
Nah. In my opinion, nah. But I know. Let me see.
Dusty Wolf.
What happened to that one?
Giant Gonzalez.
John Gonzalez. Yeah, he should have. I know, but his career ended early. But his career ended early due to some type. He had cancer or the disease. Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure. How did he die? I'm not sure.
He died in 2009. Yeah,
Nah, he's way
around
before
there.
that, I mean.
I think, yeah, but
What happened there? Oh, connection
I don't know.
issues.
I
Probably.
think just technical
Yeah.
difficulties.
Yeah,
But so what's going on, Vic? It's good to see you.
Well, just finally back in the land of the living. I was on nights for a whole month, so
Well, it's good to see you back. Glad to see you on. What do you think about the world of professional wrestling as of late?
well, I did get to see the last pay-per-view because that was a night I didn't have to go in till 10, so so it was. I thought the girls' match was real good. I thought the match between Sasha Banks and Bailey, I thought that was excellent.
Yeah.
Thought great finisher, her wrapping the chair around her and putting the bank statement. I thought that was really good. I enjoyed that.
They had the rematch on
So-
SmackDown too last week, and that was a pretty good match.
SmackDown has been halfway decent lately.
Yeah, they got the whole thing with Roman Reigns going on, and Jey Uso and Jimmy.
Raw's just been awful.
I will
It's about all
say, I don't know what SmackDown's doing, but they are. Do they got Paul Heyman doing like a lot of the storylines or something? Because it does seem like it is like better, especially with the Roman stuff. I think the Roman stuff's been really good.
I mean, am I really thrilled to see a Samoan version of the Hart Foundation? But the storyline right now has been real good.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed that. I've enjoyed AEW, the little bit I've got to see of it.
Yeah.
But I'm not looking forward to Survivor Series. What you guys were saying, absolutely
Survivor. Bow, wow, wow. Bow, bow, bow.
Maybe the only
find
way
that tune. That's a good song.
interesting if Vince would just give a chance to what he never put into play after Triple H was making this a war games for Survivor Series, and that could mean something. As we all know, the story drops the next night.
I would like to see that. I mean, they did it in NXT.
Yep.
And plus, it's the 30 year of the Undertaker celebration, so he'll be making his final farewell at the Survivor Series.
So yeah, so this is like where he made his debut and where he's like exiting, I guess. That's pretty neat.
If they make his entrance like about an hour and a half long, then maybe it'll be worth watching. So.
I'd say you got to have Ted DiBiase bring him out. Just like 30 years ago.
That's true.
Have Ted DiBiase introduce him.
That'd be cool.
That'd be neat. Yeah, be a neat little twist. And they got to have the gobbledygooker because the gooker was there too, wasn't he?
The big egg.
Yeah, have the big egg. Undertaker thought he was going to be the egg man. He's like, no, I don't want to be the egg man. But then he came up with they had the Undertaker for him. I'm sure he's very happy about that.
He wasn't the walrus.
Yeah. Ooh.
I'll be right back. You guys talk amongst yourselves, and sure. Take control. I'll be right back.
All righty. So, yeah, Undertaker, that's going to be a pretty big trip. Is he just going to have like a promo or something like that? Or is it just going to be, there's no match scheduled, I don't think.
He's getting attacked.
He'll just come out and get attacked and put somebody over, and then they'll lead to somebody else being like the Undertaker Destroyer.
They'll say it's a retirement, but then he'll just have another match.
Maybe Lars Sullivan will come out and attack him. He's been giving off some creepy
freak.
He was freaking out Michael Cole. I thought they were going to have like a whole Heidenreich thing going on again.
He's going to Michael Cole somebody.
No, Heidenreich. When Heidenreich had Michael Cole up against the wall, Freak was going to get after him. Tell him you've never seen a freak like me, and then Michael Cole. Well, actually, I have. I probably have seen a freak like you before. Heidenreich and the freak Lars Sullivan. That would make a good tag team. That could be like a great one.
LOD 2020.
Yeah. Ooh. Anyhow. Stellar Steven, have we talked before? Do you go by another name or?
I'm in the group and John sent me a link a while back and I just do. Yeah.
All righty. Cool.
I was the demon the other stream.
Do you have a song for him, song man?
Demon is on the air, just so everyone is aware, because he's got a lot of pro wrestling stuff to share, because he's got to tell everyone how amazing he looks when he watches the event with his lovely hair.
Oh, he complimented your hair. He's never this friendly to me in my song. He's normally talking about all how I'm balding or something, or I'm shooting my TV. I don't know. Songman's always has me in bad situations.
Not as much as I used to in the beginning.
You're taking it easy on me nowadays.
Well, you've been missing a couple of shows, but it's just to see you back as the host, because you're still someone we respect the most.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you. What are you showing us, Lexar?
I don't know.
I'm a little worried about this.
Is this safe for work?
I don't know. What is this, Lexar? Is that your shirt?
This is the wrong Zoom meeting.
Yeah. It might be.
I'll be right back.
I really don't know what was on screen there from Lexar. I'm really hoping that was his finger.
And you probably really don't want to know.
Yeah, probably don't. Let's just leave it alone. Steven.
Yes.
What else is on your mind, my man? I know you got something else on your mind.
Well,
Monday Night Raw.
Actually, I think I just about summed up just about almost everything on Monday Night Raw.
Well, I did want to know, how did Nia Jax hurt Mandy Rose? Like, what were they doing?
I actually missed that part. Oh yeah. So when the second segment, when they put Lana through the table, they got rid of Nia Jax. They got rid of Mandy Rose.
All right.
Is this your rendition of Steven now?
This is Stevie.
You're not going to put me on a shirt, are you?
Yes. Like he put me on a
Just a
shirt.
police sketch.
That's pretty awesome.
Hey, Steven, you did a promo and the poem and everything, so that deserves an award for a shirt for Christmas.
Oh dear.
I'm sorry, Steven. Go on.
No, I want to ask Jack if he's gonna do portraits of every member of the Heavyweight.
Oh, I thought that was going a different direction. Yeah. So if anyone wants this, donate $12 or more, and I will send this to you.
I may have to do that just to burn it. So.
I thought you want to get it to get it tattooed. Oh man, we got Goosey on the line.
What's happening, guys?
How's
Hey,
it
Goosey.
going, Goosey?
Hey.
Goosey's loose.
Hey, been a while.
Oh, a
Check it.
long time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
Yeah.
You looking good? You looking happy?
Very happy.
Smiley.
Fucking a foot of snow on the ground outside right now. Very happy.
Oh wow.
Really?
I was wearing a t-shirt today. It was warm out.
I mean, Dale wearing shorts and a t-shirt. It was warm.
It was 76 here yesterday, and now it's 38, 32. A foot of snow.
Shit. Stay warm. Or go make a snowman. Exactly.
Oh, that's the Snow Angel, isn't it? When you do that.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
You ever do that intro? Make snow angels?
Oh, back in the day, yeah, you would do the whole arm thing and all that. It's been a long time, but good times.
I think I kind of nailed Steven.
Think
Pretty
so?
happy with it. Steven seems to like it. That would make a good Christmas gift for the wife, for Mrs. Get it framed.
Right on the refrigerator.
Exactly. Put it over the mantle. Maybe put it over the bed. You know what I'm saying? Get things heated up. Keep her warm in the long, cold winter nights, and sure.
Boy, if there's anything that would get me hot and heavy, it'd be a random driving when we do this.
Winter's not the only thing coming.
Whoa.
That was a very like a I don't know, a very weird pitch to sell somebody a drawing, but
it made sense to me. Goosey's right along with
Yes, I'm with Jack. I might buy that.
I think he's saying that with a little tongue in cheek. I don't think.
What? Yeah, but Incher, if you had this over the bed, the tongue in your cheek won't be your own.
I guess you got me there.
Your tongue might not be in your cheek, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, the butt cheeks, Incher.
Now we're getting X-rated. You better watch. You're going to have to put a few more checks on that list that you.
That's like on the first part of like, is there any sex involved in your video? It's like, is there any kissing? It's like, good Lord, that's sex and YouTube
land. Any hand holding?
Stellar Steven. Who's Stellar Steven?
I'm in the group. Songman sent me the link a while back.
Oh, well, hello, Stellar One. Good man, Songman's doing a good job of spreading the head. He's getting the word out there. The hell the rest of you guys doing? You got to start sharing the show like Songman here. Songman, he's a Hall of Famer, and he's living up to the title Hall of Famer. He said, hey, buddy, he's listening to the show. All you other folks, bunch of freeloaders, get out there and share the show. Except for Jonathan Jackson. He donated
Steven here. He's worn a shirt when he was with Triple H. He had the IYH shirt on representing.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
What, 2 years ago.
Oh,
I'll see him doing it now.
Done for me now.
Exactly.
The walking billboard.
I'm just playing with you, Steven. You know that.
Oh yeah, that was a great. Like I said, Triple H, AJ Styles, Charlotte Flair, and The Miz. That was a WWE fan experience. I'll never forget.
Vic's wearing an In Your Head shirt right now.
He's got the blue
Triple H
order one on, the IYH, our spoof
man.
Blue World Order.
Incher, he's got the hat. He's got a hat on. So that used to be a big joke here when I was a kid, because I live in Massachusetts and we don't pronounce our R's. So I'd be like, "Hey, you got a hat on?" yeah. It only the work joke only works here.
Have Songman say it. See if he says it like that.
Is it what?
Say, do you have a hat
on?
My name's Incha, and come see me as Santa Claus by sitting on my lap, because I'll sing you some rap, because it's full of crap, and after I have on my In Your Head hat.
I think he said it right. He said it right, and he had a Santa Claus song for us. So I'm going to applaud that as well.
Good.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's not like it was in the beginning, Incha.
Very happy man. That was good. That was a good song. Lexar, what's going on, man? You're giving someone the evil eye.
I'm trying to do the Rock's eyeball thing.
Oh, by the way, I was at Dick's today, Dick's Sporting Goods. And I was walking through Dick's, and I looked up, and I was like, hey, Troy, my brother. I was like, hey, Troy, the logos on those clothes over there looks like the Brahma Bull on The Rock. And then I looked up, and there was all these pictures of The Rock. I was like, oh, shit, The Rock has a clothing line. I didn't know this.
Yeah.
And the logo is his Brahma Bull. So I was like, that'd be cool. And I went up, it was like $85 for a shirt. I was like, fuck. Good luck, Rock. But fuck that.
Not buying that one.
I think Bill Gates is a Rock fan.
Is he?
It was $35 for this plain undershirt.
An old picture.
Well, The Rock he did he introduced the world to the Xbox, I believe, and he was with Bill Gates. Yeah.
He's with Bill Gates. People are gonna think he's trying to inject them with what the fuck?
What The Rock is cooking?
He's injected them with put trackers in them or something.
No, Bill Gates only wants to sell you an Xbox and Windows 10, so you ain't got to worry about
it. What? I don't know what this guy's asking. Ray Sully. Were or near in Ma Neil Jones. Maybe it's where?
I'm just going to say, okay. Like, this is kind of like when somebody asks you something and you didn't understand it. Like,
Where? Yeah, I'm in Massachusetts. There's been some things going on lately that it makes me rethink. Annabelle used to yell at me, an inch or two. They're like, you shouldn't put your home address out on the internet. Like, whatever. But now I'm starting to think maybe there's something to that. Maybe I should.
That's why you got a P.O. box.
When you open up a package and this bomb blows up like you're in a Looney Tunes cartoon, you're like, there might be something to this.
Yeah, I'm calling in for my log cabin.
Oh no, we got the Unabomber and Stellar Steven here. The Unabomber's brother turned him in. You're always going about like your family not turning you in. The Unabomber's brother turned him in.
That's true.
That.
Yeah, but you'd turn your family in like if they cheated on Monopoly or something. You'd be calling the police. You're just
if you stole a cookie from the cookie jar.
Jack, the rules are clearly written out on the instructions. If you're not going to follow the
Mm-hmm.
rules, I mean, you're just going to have to face the consequences. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, if you were part of an Italian family, they'd be like, don't tell him anything. He's a rat.
That's absolutely right.
Glenn Jacobs was a Unabomber.
Siobhan, I expect better from you there, Vic. This is like that night you voted against me, so Ultimate Beef could win.
Hey, somebody. I mean, kayfabe is dead. Somebody's got to stand up for Omerta.
That's a reference I don't get. Who's Omerta?
That's a mafia code. You don't squeal on each other.
Oh my goodness! And Jack just shook his head like he
This
knew.
guy's about that life.
Oh my gosh!
I'm going to be interviewing some mafia wives soon.
Some wise guys.
Be interesting.
Really? Oh, that'd be cool. Where are you going to have that up at?
Inside your head, which is currently down because of all the thing. But I'm going to be getting all the archives back up. All right. Anything else in the world of wrestling before we get to these questions?
Yes, I went to an indie show. I went to an indie show last Saturday. So had fun.
You have a good time?
Yep. It was an outdoor event because it's like 70
You know what's
degrees.
coming next. The question.
Huh?
Jack's about to ask you something. You know it's coming.
No, I'm sure he will.
Lexar, when you were there, did you get the urge to run up to one of the people there and like, man, I really want to buy your merchandise?
There were actually wrestlers selling merch, but they were all bloody because it's a death match.
They're all bloody.
The blood was on the merch.
Yeah, it's GCW. If Shaheen were here, he'd tell you all about it because he's like he talked about GCW on the show before, but GCW is the deathmatch show, deathmatch tournament. So one of the wrestlers was selling merch after their match, and he got
isn't that Janela's promotion?
Yeah, it is.
So you used to wrestle there.
Matt Riddle used to work there too.
So they're selling bloody like clothes?
No, bloody
like smart.
I got a Necro Butcher shirt and I got a case of Hep C with it. Yeah.
Have you seen
what Priscilla Kelly sold?
I heard he's in bad shape.
Yeah, he's in bad shape.
No,
he's like really skinny.
Oh no. Sorry to hear that, fellow statesman, Necro Butcher. Get better, buddy.
Yep.
Now he's asking where my mom's is.
Who's asking that? Oh.
Ray Sully.
Masshole head. Ray Sully. No.
All right. Well, that's cool. Did you have fun? And I was just thinking, Lexar, did you Lexar anybody?
I tried to Lexar this girl that I tried to meet.
No, Lexar. No, you don't go right to that. No, that's not the first step, Lexar.
I want Lexar her.
Lexar, you gotta take it. You gotta.
I did talk to her though.
And he goes right to Lexar, and
you gotta warm him up first.
Well, did it work?
Well, I tried to
want some tips.
I tried to ask her what her home Facebook page is because I'm trying to get into Facebook.
Your own Facebook.
So, yeah.
Are you even on Facebook? I thought you weren't on Facebook.
He's not on our Facebook, but if a girl's
why would you ask for someone's Facebook if you're not even on it?
He's joining up if a girl's involved.
Got it.
We need to find a girl out there for Lexar, and then he'll join our In Your Head page, and she can trick him into joining the. She can trick him into joining the In Your Head page.
Miss Destiny.
Excellent. There you go.
Jujubee's on Facebook.
Point.
Jujubee's on Facebook. She'll friend you.
Yeah,
definitely.
She's single.
Ready to mingle?
As far as I know. For her, an intro might be an item. I don't know.
What?
Anybody want a Pringle?
What? That indie wrestling girl that intro likes, she's on Facebook.
Can't you get like Batty Oil to just try to catfish him or something? That would be easier, wouldn't it?
I'm sure there'll be plenty of that as soon as.
Are you catfish too?
Steven, is your wife on Facebook?
Oh no, she's not
smart.
Well, yeah, that too.
Which wife?
She's trying to get to. I mean, the most she uses here is email. That's about it. But no Facebook, no social media. Although when she wants to communicate with her family, she asks me to send messages. So
I see.
Yeah.
Do you think she would join Facebook to interact with Lexar?
Never in a million years.
If Lexar started emailing your wife, would you read her the emails for her? Would you open them and be like, "Oh, Lexar's emailing you again"?
Is she hot?
Well, this is kind of like this is almost like a secret second life that I have here on In Your Head.
You don't tell nobody about this. Oh, imagine that.
Hush, hush. Opposite of Songman.
I think she'd be shocked if she watched an episode
single.
of In Your Head on YouTube. Yeah.
No.
Songman, your mom's single, isn't she?
No.
Oh, so she's got a fellow?
Yep. Yeah, it's
All
been
right.
close to 20 so years. Anyway,
Missed your shot there,
she doesn't
Jack.
have an account though.
I've seen her on Facebook. I thought you were on Facebook.
Oh, you have.
Jack's trying to be your daddy.
See, it's not on there.
Well, I guess Jackie's gonna be a new dad, and will soon be the In Your Head best one I've ever had, because I don't think Jackie Jones has ever once made me mad, because I know for sure for Christmas
He's all for it. That'd be the Songman's happiest day if Jack just came strolling out in his robe one day. Hey, my boy.
Put a puzzle together. Play catch.
Songman needs another dad.
Good point.
There you go.
Come sit on Daddy's
Stellar
lap and let me
Steve.
tell you about the birds and the bees.
Oh
There
shit.
you go. Lexar, did you ever have the birds and the bees talk?
No.
Well, it's not too late.
That's why I watch all these daytime talk shows to inform me about the birds and bees. So I got
Get a lot
daytime
out of
talk
watching
shows.
Tom Cruise jump onto a couch.
Oh, there you go.
He was very happy. He was with Katie Holmes at the time. But
I had the chicken and the wasp talk.
oh yeah.
Look at this, Lexar.
What's it? That's what I usually am most of the day.
He's tired.
That's me watching the TV.
Should have got one of him smiling like he was smiling when he was
Yeah.
talking.
I didn't take these.
Lexar
Interest boy Al Wolf sent them to me.
No. Now you're 100% wrong on
Yes,
that.
he did.
Not my boy.
Yes, I am 100% right. He sent me
Not
those
my
pictures. I
boy.
can show you
Well, I know that
it's
part, but not
debatable.
my boy. I will not
My boy.
condone him being my boy. No.
I think you should just send it there. Will not condone him.
He is not condoned.
Shouldn't even gone any further. So I will not condone that man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anything else from any?
Taste? Look for Lexar's face because he'll shoot me on Facebook to show his.
Al
face
Oob
whenever
should
he
be
wants
banned
to.
from in your head now.
Whoa!
I'm with you, Lexar. Thank you. 100%. Mighty Lexar. He knows how to get to the points that we need to be discussing on this show. Let's ban that owl.
Hashtag banned.
Thank you, Lexar. Yeah, he's now my new best friend. I love you. I love you, Lexar.
I love you back.
You can go out and Lexar as many people as you want. I don't care.
Yes.
You're my brother in arms in this venture.
Well, do you have? Could you maybe hook up a relative with Lexar?
Look at the adjective, Lexar.
I don't have any.
Kevin Nash on the line.
There's no relatives of. I don't have many relatives.
Well, any
relatives.
single female out there in the Headyverse who would like to. We have a fine young gentleman here looking for a date or a companion.
Hey, maybe
if you would
Songman would like to be. Is Songman single too? Songman single.
Wait, you want to hook up with Songman?
No.
That's fine.
He's saying Songman can make his personal too.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
Like
yourself.
Hey, do I have to bring a turkey on a plate just so I can be with Lexar on Thanksgiving to celebrate just because he wants me to go masturbate?
I'm drinking the Kool-Aid like Heaven's Gate.
Oh man,
This is some show. Berate.
You sure you don't check in with Antoine?
Vince Rudo says Intra's been creeping on my post.
I was talking to Norrin Rad on that, and he says I'm creeping on his post. It's the AEW video game. I knew about the AEW video game. What am I supposed to create a whole new post?
No one could possibly know about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, how am I not going to know about it? They advertised it on AEW. I was well aware of it. It's like, oh, I've never heard of this AEW video game. Oh, look at this here on Al.
I don't know what soap is.
I ain't ever going to give him no credit that I read it on his post. How would I ever know about it? I follow video games. I know that AEW is going to have a video game.
Yeah,
so
my favorite interest.
What's the
ever.
details of the AEW video game intro? Since you're a huge gamer,
there's 3 of them, I think.
They got 3 of them. Yeah, I did hear they're going to have like a manager one, and then they're going to have like a straight up video game. I don't know what the third one is. What's that one about, Stellar Steven?
I think it's mobile.
I haven't read about it, but I know Ukes is working with them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Ukes. They used to do like the WWE stuff, but wasn't there a lawsuit or something with THQ and them or something? Or Ukes?
I think so.
Yeah, there was like a lawsuit or something. So, looks good though. I'm excited for it.
All right, here we are.
He says I couldn't name one thing from the press conference. Well, there was a press conference. Well, what does that matter? I didn't watch the press conference. I watched the video though. I know about it.
I like they dressed like Steve Jobs.
I think The Rock was there.
Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah, there we go. See, Stellar Steven backs me up on it.
Wasn't The Rock on Impact?
Yeah,
he was there too.
He's on video for Ken Shamrock.
Yeah, Yeah, he was on Impact with the Ken Shamrock Hall of Fame introduction.
The third AEW game is going to be called AEW Casino Double or Nothing. We'll have AEW themed slots, blackjack, poker, and roulette.
Yeah, that's what
Really?
wrestling fans want. Some gambling.
Gambling.
That sounds terrible.
My mom would be into that.
You got to know when hold.
Know
Know
when
when
to
fold.
Know when to fold 'em. Know when to
when to
walk away.
Know when to
Know
run.
when to run.
You never count your
Yo,
money
money.
while you're
When you're
sitting at the table.
table.
There'll be plenty time for counting when the dealing's done.
Now that's a
And-
song.
I only know that
Mental
because
song.
Jack sings it all the time.
Just dropped in to see what condition my condition was
You're
in.
creeping on my songs, ain't you?
He's singing another Kenny Rogers song. I didn't know that Kenny Rogers sang
That he
that
had
until recently.
more than one song.
Karaoke.
He sung
didn't know
that
he had more
rock
than one
song
song?
on you know, the dude, what's that movie? Big Lebowski. I just checked in to see what my condition.
Oh, yeah.
That's Kenny Rogers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Very
He
good.
makes he used to make chicken too.
Yeah, I went there. It was down on Fifth Avenue.
Really? I never had it.
Yeah, there's a taco place there now.
I had
That's
Chinese
good, too.
tonight.
I'd probably prefer that one over the Kenny Rogers.
Man, poor Kenny Rogers.
It was all right.
Bruce
but it was
Briscoe.
kinda-
You prefer Taco Bell over it? You said?
It's not Taco Bell. It's what's it called? Something. It's like an authentic Mexican place. Yeah, I can't remember the name of it.
Bruce Briscoe asks, NWO or DX? For me personally, definitely NWO.
Oh yeah, NWO.
Wow.
Yeah.
That one's pretty easy.
Nitro or Raw? I was more of a Nitro guy as well.
I'd say
both
I
had
was-
ups and downs.
I mean, there has been a lot of great moments on Raw too,
Oh, yeah.
but personal preference, I was probably bigger on Nitro.
Nitro got me into wrestling, so I'm going to say Nitro.
Yeah.
Dobbs want to know, can we get Lexar to join Facebook?
I'm trying to.
We're scheming.
He
on
will make he'll make one for you. And he asked that 18 hours ago, so it wasn't like he asked that right now. It was for people. People have been demanding Lexar to join Facebook. Doesn't that make you feel good, Lexar? You're wanted here in the Hoodieverse.
A petition.
You're a wanted man.
I feel loved.
Look, there's a nice
Can
smile.
you feel the love tonight?
I should do a cover that. Can you feel Lexar tonight? Dobbs also wants to know, why is PP yellow colored?
You're dehydrated.
Yeah, sports.
Yeah,
thing.
when you're
You're
dehydrated.
dehydrated.
Yeah.
Where you want it clear as possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
And does your pee smell like coffee?
Asparagus.
Does your pee smell like coffee?
It should smell like pineapple juice, to be honest.
What am I supposed to do? Like lift the toilet lid and just like, well, that is that's asparagus right there. I'm good.
Pineapple's the way to go.
Just inhale your undies, I'm sure.
Inhale my undies. I'm pissing my undies. Is that what you're saying? No, I'm a very clean man.
Brian Matthew Clutter. On that note, why does my pee occasionally smell like ham, even if I've never eaten ham? This is a really interesting listening question.
He should be taking this to a doctor, shouldn't he? Not
I think
us.
I'm wondering what kind of ham, like spiral ham with brown sugar glaze.
Does he
or just
drink
like a
pork
canned
soda?
ham?
That's true.
I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe he drinks a lot of soda.
By the way, Lexar, we do have an update. Let me get this ready for you. It's not working for me. Anyway, there you go.
Well, while you all upload that or whatever you're trying to upload, I got a question
Look
myself.
at that.
What is that?
All right, ask.
What are we looking
What's
at
the
here?
question?
Don't share your address.
Yeah, I see there's a picture of him smiling right there.
See, you're all happy.
Okay,
what was the question, Lexa?
Okay, so which TV premiere would you watch this week? Ms. and Mrs. or Toto Bella?
Neither.
Yeah.
None of the above.
The Ms. and Mrs. looks like it could be funny. Like if I had to watch one of them, I'd probably watch Ms. and Mrs.
There might be some guests on there that are cool, like Ziggler or Morrison.
Mm-hmm.
Not watching either. Which one are you watching, Lexar?
Ms. and Mrs. Of course.
Probably
Toto Bella
would.
is just boring.
Plus, the Miz
You
has
ever-
the Guns N' Roses pinball machine. I want to see if he's got any other pinball machines. That's what I'm watching the show for, so I can creep on the Miz.
Ever since John Cena left Nikki Bella, that show's gotten very boring.
He's a pinball wizard. Has to be a trick.
You ever rub
Pinball
one
wizard.
out to Ms. and Mrs. Lexar? You ever rub one out to the Ms. and Mrs.?
No.
Oh, rub a Lexar out?
No.
All right.
I do
Dobbs
find
wants to
them
know.
entertaining. I do find
What?
them entertaining, though.
Oh, okay. Dobbs wants to know, why do bees make honey? Why don't they make Nutella or peanut butter instead?
It's just what they do. I mean,
Mix up their game.
Yeah.
I prefer honey, though.
Well, we can't can we produce honey? Like, do we know how to make
Like
it?
fake honey?
Like fake?
Artificial honey, I guess. You could make for artificial, but it wouldn't be really honey.
Yeah. Like, we've never
If
reproduced
bees
it.
died out, it's going to kill off like all vegetation.
Mm-hmm. That would be bad.
You like jazz?
Tyler Stevens, what did Intra think of Michael P.S. Hayes coming out to the back of the smoked out van? What's this from?
Hothead, you know.
That's from Halloween Havoc.
Do you think he was coming from or thought he was going to the Bob Seger concert?
Coming from, because he left the van.
That's true.
Tyler Stevens, thoughts on Monty Brown?
Like
The
Monty.
Bounce!
The Bounce Spirit.
I liked him.
Yeah. Needs to come back.
He would have been a good fit for the Hurt business.
Mhm.
Billy Gunn did a good impersonation.
Tyler also wants to know, what did you think was in the Undertaker's urn?
Parents.
His power.
Darkness. Evil.
Paul Bear's ashes. His parents'
Maybe
ashes.
the 80s fog.
Yeah, I say his parents' ashes.
That makes sense.
Interesting.
CM Punk dumped ashes on Undertaker.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Why
secret
did
cocaine
Jeff
stash.
Jarrett take the lid off?
Mm.
We wanted to look. He was curious what was in it.
You got to know. He had to know.
What did you think of Luna Vachon and Scary Sherry? I'm a big fan of both, but I think Sherry Martel is one of the best women ever in wrestling. Probably the best female manager.
Yeah, probably.
I like to ask Gangrel about Luna when I get the chance.
Excellent.
Would they win in a shoot fight against Moolah and Mae Young?
Luna's a tough cookie.
Yeah, but I think
So is
Moolah and Mae
Sherry.
Young's pretty tough too. They say they used to roll dudes. So. If you were a wrestler, what brand would you work for?
I would work for RCW.
I don't think that's a wrestling promotion.
Wasn't that the Dwayne's
wrestler,
promotion whenever he
like-
called in about like
Oh, I was thinking RC Cola for some reason.
no,
AEW.
There's a throwback to Dwayne's calls. I miss
Right,
Dwayne.
yeah.
Where's Dwayne?
New
Didn't you
Japan.
say you're talking to him on Twitter?
I talked to him a little bit on Twitter, yeah. I need to get
You
back
got
on
time
Twitter.
for this shit.
We need to court him and get him back. Maybe we can get like a girl to pretend to like him or something, and we can get him to come back to the show.
Is he interested in women?
Dwayne?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Women are boring.
I never got
anyway.
that impression.
He's very into putting meat into packages at the supermarket.
Well, yeah, that's okay. I was gonna say, yeah, it's definitely not into women. Well, I guess depends what package.
Well, that's his job.
He's into
that's
what
he does to make money. Putting meat into packages at the supermarket. He works at the supermarket.
Okay.
So
At least he used to. I don't know if he's upgraded.
He's like a meat packer.
Maybe, I don't know.
Someone's got a packet.
That or he might be like a president or something now, and I just don't know about it. Maybe that's why.
He's Biden,
president of meat company.
He's aged a lot.
Kamala Harris.
No, that's not Dwayne.
Let's see, you know.
Kamala.
Who would manage you? So Dwayne would be interest manager, apparently.
I guess. Oh, I see where you're going with there. Alexar would be yours.
All right. That'd be good. Lexar was a good manager. Get up there, Lexar and the valets. Exactly. That'd be pretty sweet. That'd be a good gimmick. He'd be like a meat packer incher, and you'd be like a. What would you
like
be?
a butcher and a blade?
I don't know.
Like the bagger.
What would his theme be?
What?
What would his theme song be?
Well, that's your department.
That's a good
song,
one.
You need to write it for us.
Yeah, Jimmy Hart over here.
Who would you like to feud with?
Scott Snyder.
Probably.
I want a whole fruit Jackie Jones versus freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. Bring it on.
Enter a feud with Al Oob.
Oh, a feud with Owl, you say?
Mm-hmm.
I'd heart punch Jerry Lawler.
Yeah. That would be bad because he had a heart attack and all that. But
that's the point.
Yeah.
Heel heat pincher.
You would sell it like that would be like you remember when Matt Hardy was selling that his appendix was like removed, and I was just like, that's a weird thing to be selling. But like if Jerry Hart was like grabbing at his heart and saying his heart, that would probably be a good sell, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'd be like Sanford.
Mm-hmm.
Fred Sanford.
Yeah. Well,
Thanks, son.
In a serious manner, though, you know. I mean, I don't expect him to.
Serious
just
has a heart attack, as they say.
Yeah,
I'm coming, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Where was I? John Barker. Could Jack and the Inchman take out those two marks, Neil Jones and John Howard?
Yeah. I think we could.
Pretty tough. At least the one is.
Yeah, that John, he's a pretty tough dude.
Incher has said in the past that the BBC is superior to the White Wang. But where does the Mexican chorizo stand? And not the sausage meat, but Dick Incher. Don't try to get out of this with exclamation point.
What was the question? I didn't hear it.
What is your where does Mexican penis stand in your love of BBC versus the white penis? Hey, Intra's building the wall around the Mexican penis. Intra is the greatest of all time, and Jack is a worthless piece of shit.
Who asked that?
Oh.
Don Barker, the world.
Is that my alias?
My mom said that.
You're-
When I first discovered In Your Head over 10 years ago, I thought Intra sounded like a real man's man.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be scared of him.
Yeah.
Then I saw his
Like Steven
pictures
Regal?
and I realized how wrong I was.
Who is this?
Dobbs.
Dobbs? He's not scared of me. He
Once
should
he
be.
saw you.
You should see his bamboo traps.
Mm-hmm. I got my own very Punjabi prison out back, so you need to watch out. I mean, we got the guns right here. Look at that. Look at the guns.
You got a permit?
I don't have a permit for that. These guns are unlicensed.
Is Intra looking forward to the PS5?
Yes. That's an easy one. I'm looking forward to it. I'm a little ashamed how much I've been looking forward to it. I'm like,
Have you actually climaxed to the thoughts of it?
G1 climax.
Have you jizzed? Have you ejaculated? Have you come? To
What?
Did you Lexar your computer when you pre-ordered one?
Maybe. I was like, PS5. Yes.
What is the PS5?
Oh, come on, Jack. You got it. The PlayStation 5 is.
It's the Rock's competition.
Are you aware of Sony Electronics? Do you know who these are?
Didn't they make the really bad Spider-Man movies?
Well, they're making a Spider-Man game, and yeah, they did make the movies.
Define bad.
All right. Nikhil Callahan time.
How many?
Oh no!
Not too many.
Oh no!
Here we go.
It's just staring me in the face. It's Nikhil time.
Is the long-term story that Adam Page will eventually beat Kenny Omega for the world title?
It's possible.
It's easily possible. They're both big names.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They've been building up the feud for a long time. I like the idea. Kenny Omega win the title. Then you have the build for Adam Page to go for the title again. Boom. It worked.
Boom.
Was Full Gear the best pandemic pay-per-view and potentially AEW's best ever one? I think it was my favorite pandemic show. I don't think it was their best pay-per-view ever, but it was up there. It was pretty good.
It was good, but I don't think I can say it was the best after pandemic or during pandemic show. It was good. I enjoyed it. But I think that Sami Zayn, AJ Styles, and Jeff Hardy match was just phenomenal. I was really crazy about that. So I can't quite put this one over as that.
Not enough handcuffs.
Yeah, they need handcuffs.
Do you think Andrew Yang will influence the government so that they investigate WWE's employee contracts and they'll have to change their process as a result? I don't think WWE's doing any favors when they were taking like Twitch and stuff away from everybody. That just puts more emphasis on bad behavior, I think. Because if they keep doing this kind of stuff, it brings more attention, and the more attention that's on them, it's going to be the worse for them.
I think this is
WWE flies under the radar.
Everybody just like that.
Yeah, I think this is WWE's way of just getting the talent to stop using Twitch. And they're trying to act like they're supportive of it, but they're really just trying to kill it. I mean, when they're taking all their money to do, when they do it,
they want them on tout.
Yeah, Why didn't you all do tout back in the day?
Tout, tout it all out. These are the touts I can tout about. So
come on. I'm talking to you.
I was always talking over everybody. Jesus. What's your thoughts on Drew Gulak and Titus O'Neil? Oh, we talked about this. Trying to join the Hurt Business.
Gulak.
What's your thoughts on the gun job joining the Nightmare family? The gun club.
I guess they needed something to do, you know? I mean, they were just the guys like screaming in the crowd, so I guess it does something for them, you know?
Yeah, I'd be fine with it. Was MJF's entrance at Full Gear one of the greatest entrances you have seen?
Oh, when he spoofed Chris Jericho's blinking jacket and then he had his own jacket. It was pretty good. I liked it.
I laughed.
I like Kenny Omega's new entrance where he's like doing like kind of playing up like his cockiness and stuff.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. It's so over the top. It makes you like, you know, like fuck this guy.
Love it.
Do you think the Inner Circle will turn on Chris Jericho? Yeah, I've been saying this for a long time. I think I was saying it first before anyone else ever jumped on my bandwagon. Do you think the Inner Circle, we said this, now that some feuds have ended after Full Gear, what feuds would you like to see going forwards towards Revolution?
I'd like to see Warlow turn on MJF.
Right.
Yeah,
that would
I
be
think
good.
It's coming because
I think it's probably a little early for that, but I think we'll see eventually. That's a good one. I like it. I got to get somebody from my man Orange Cassidy feud with.
Oh yeah.
He's feuding with the Dark Order.
FTR. Are they can they continue the feud with the Young Bucks? I think we'll see.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Probably.
What would be a good second match for them? Do you think you have a stipulation, or do you just go to just a straight up? I think just a straight up second match. Then they win, and then the third match you have some type of gimmick match,
cage match.
Yeah, or something.
One thing on a pole match.
No.
Lexer on a pole match.
When you Lexar a woman, Lexar, do you ever say, "Hey, you want to be on my pole match"?
Like if that's my my one-liner there.
Yeah. When you talk to this girl, did you Lexar her before or after you talked to her?
A Blue Chew and a pole match.
Dude, Blue Chew. What's Blue Chew?
Lexar's a young viral man. He doesn't need the Blue Chew. We need our own version of Blue Chew. Let's call it.
You don't have to. You don't have to need it, but you want it.
So Lexar, when you talk to the girl, did you Lexar her before or after?
Before, like. I did talk to her before.
Come on, Lexar. You don't make conversation. Don't be such like a caveman.
I did talk to her before. I did talk to her a couple last year.
That's how Steven met his wife.
Yeah, she at a subway station.
Just pulled it out on the first day.
Jeez. Very romantic individuals here on in your head.
Looky here.
Where the hell was I? Who will Pac feud with when he finally arrives back in AEW?
Eddie Kingston.
It's possible.
Because like Kingston took the Lucha Brothers from him.
Yeah,
that's true.
Death Triangle.
Yeah, I could see that.
Heel versus heel at the moment.
Maybe he'll join them. You never know.
Could be.
He's pretty badass.
Do you think the Royal Rumble will have fans? No, I think it'll be Thunderdome.
Probably not. I think they're committed to this Thunderdome thing.
Too early.
We're gonna have to start giving out numbers.
Wasn't there an announcement that they had like a treatment, a vaccine the other day, like AstraZeneca or something? They came up with a vaccine or something.
Still months away.
Yeah, so I mean, and even like
it's like actually available.
Yeah, and it's like
they're
they'll
testing
probably
something
get
that's 90% effective.
Yeah, they'll probably get the high risk people first, anyhow.
That means 10% defective.
Yeah.
Because the full arenas will be a long ways off. That'll be one of the last things that come back.
But Royal Rumble's in January, so that's only
that's too
away,
early,
so.
I think.
Yeah.
Isn't NXT a glorified version of WWE's version of ECW? I mean, I guess in some level, but I think in a lot of ways, it's probably like their most, like the brand that has the most buzz behind it.
Yeah, that's what
The ECW one never had any buzz after the one night stand shows.
They're both developmental, I guess.
Yeah, I don't. I think it's, you just can't even call it developmental anymore when it's on national television.
Because like a lot of people are pretty talented and like well known already.
Yeah, and it's not like they have people on there that's training to become a wrestler.
They have a few, but most of them are already known.
Thank you, Morgan.
Well, thoughts on Tony Chimmel being released? It's sad times.
Pretty bad, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like he was probably one of the announcers that really stood out to me, because he had like the Edge entrance.
Still around.
Yeah,
he's going to announce Edge.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and they're planning for a big Edge return, aren't they? For like a big WrestleMania match. So, well, he already did, but like maybe one with fans.
What's your favorite war movie? What was that, Vic?
I'm just saying, do you think if they're not going to have fans at the Royal Rumble, you think they'll have fans by WrestleMania? That's only a couple.
God, I hope so.
No, yeah, I don't think so.
Probably not, but we'll
see.
Never know. They want it though.
What is your favorite war movie?
War?
Braveheart.
Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, I would say Full Metal Jacket or Apocalypse Now.
Apocalypse Now, yeah.
I have to go with Apocalypse Now.
But I would pick Full Metal Jacket as my favorite.
Saving Private Ryan's pretty good. Gotta give it up to Saving Private Ryan.
Does Forrest Gump count?
You got shot.
I mean, I guess. Favorite Sir Roger Moore James Bond movie. I hate to say this. Rest in peace to all the Bond, but I'm not a fan of James Bond films.
Favorite Roger Moore James Bond film? Is that what he's asking?
The Man with the Golden Gun.
Well, that was what I was about to say. But I like Man with the Golden Gun. I've heard Steven, like some people say, like that's one of the like kind of low rated.
Hello.
Hi.
Are you keeping a seat warm?
Vic isn't here right now.
No.
No, yeah, I'm keeping a seat warm.
All right, very good. Very, very nice of you. Nice to see you.
Are you single for Alexa?
What?
Don't answer that.
Don't scare her away.
We were all thinking that, but don't answer that. Good. Are you a wrestling fan?
I used to be
You can say no, it's fine.
No, I used to
Not
watch
anymore.
Yeah. All right. What do you think of your dad watching it?
Do what?
What do you think of your father being a big wrestling fan?
I think it's great. I don't know if he's ever told y'all this story, but I have 4 older brothers, and we would watch wrestling with Dad, and we would like use cereal boxes as like the tables, and we would have wrestling matches at home, like
I love it.
by ourselves.
Pretty cool.
Do you want to get the cereal boxes?
That's
yeah,
awesome.
we would slam each other into cereal boxes. It was a lot of fun.
So it would have to be a lot of cereal boxes so you didn't get hurt.
Snap, crackle, pop through those tables.
Let's see.
Yeah, he's scanning the questions now. You don't.
Yeah, I'm a decent man.
Get
Dogs
filter
with
in
I
there.
love
no.
my dad. Come back. It was good talking to y'all.
You as well. Good night.
Nighty night.
His last question is: COVID-19 actually real?
Yes.
Yes.
COVID-19 actually real? I would say it is. Yes.
The world is an illusion.
Wrestling is real. The world.
What is real, Jack?
Al Lube, is $5 too little, too much, or just the right price for Intra to buy pictures of Shotzi Blackheart's poop?
That's disturbing.
I wasn't even aware of this.
Yeah, she's selling her poop to fans for five, but $5 does seem low. You think if you're going to sell your pictures of your poop, you would want more than $5?
Pre WWE.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's weird.
I mean, but the thing is, though, Intra, I mean, you're not taking pictures of yourself. And
Are you really having a
up there.
serious conversation about this?
Yeah.
You're like taking off your glasses and you're like, the thing is, Intra.
Well, hey, people paid to
If
see
you are
Gigi
going to take
Allen
a
poop.
picture of your poop in the toilet and you're not in the picture, I mean, the hell, if some creep wants to pay you $5, it's $5.
Yeah.
I mean,
you're not really. I was just saying, you're not demeaning yourself taking a picture of your own poop, but
Jack,
that's
the poop,
debatable.
the poop has rights too, and you are selling the poop's likenesses for and it's not saying anything.
Well, the poop is not
Are
sentient.
you anti-flush? You're like, don't flush a toilet because you're killing.
Is there really people out there who are anti-flush? What do they do? Like dig a hole in the backyard? What do they do?
Brown, flush it down. Yellow, let it mellow.
Like, is that a thing? Anti-flush, or did you
No,
just make it
I
up?
think you should start it. You should start a Facebook page.
No, why would I
the
start
anti-flusher
that?
movement.
It's too divisive.
This is your conception. You carry it out. Don't push it on.
I did start the Moon is green cheese page on Facebook.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Insert is a doll, and he lives in the hall at the mall. So just give him a call, and he'll tell you how much BM he does in the stall whenever he plays Nintendo 64 playing football.
Is that Intra?
He said,
Was that about Intra?
Nice.
What?
I don't like a diss track.
Intra songs are always very interesting.
It sounds like a diss track. It's dissing you, Intra.
Yeah, it's kind of a diss track. Yeah, I've got that. Like,
I thought it was pretty nice. What was this about it? You were in the hall.
It was all up in this face. That's what it
Playing
was.
football in the N64.
Yeah, it seemed like a good time.
That part got me the most. I've never played football games on my N64.
I thought you were all about, weren't you in search of Tecmo Bowl?
I have Tecmo Bowl, Jack.
He's more of an old school.
I know you're stunned, but
Interest
you want me to
more
go
of an
get it
old-
off the shelf? I can go get
Elf on a
Tecmo Bowl
shelf.
off the
Oh,
shelf.
I like you got Gizmo up there. I didn't notice. Is that new?
Yeah, Gizmo. I got him out of the big claw machine. It's a big one.
Wow, that's a pretty good one. Yeah.
$3 for one, like drop.
Oh, good job.
But I got it in two, so I got it for $6.
That's sweet.
Could probably bought that now 6 for
Do what?
Intra has the Mario. Intra has the Mario plush too.
I have that Mario too, actually. I got him out of I used to get a lot of those out of the grab machine. I'm pretty good at the grab claw game. But I got Mario and Luigi. I got a bunch of them from when I used to go to the theater. My theater that I like to is closed at the moment, but I used to get a lot of those.
Yeah, that sucks. Theaters need to open back up. Well, I guess when everything's good, but like
What about drive-in
my mom
Don't
and
go
her
out of
friend go to the theater in town here a lot, and she said
Yeah.
usually just they're the only people there.
Yeah. Hey, look.
That's pretty cool.
Maybe
Hey,
you
Dio.
I like that.
Child.
Where? Oh, very cute. I love it.
$49.99 at Build-A-Bear Workshop.
Ooh, ouch.
That's all right. I say buy what you enjoy. Incher, I know Incher agrees. He's spending like $8,000 on Tecmo Bowl.
It's well worth it.
But don't you agree, Incher? Spend your money on what you like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
most definitely.
Enjoy yourself while you're here. I could be here forever.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts on mobsters doing shoot interviews?
So if you're that guy
Then
out there who wants to buy shots
on my own
pictures, then spend your money on what you like.
Well, I do agree with that.
Yeah.
Mozart was a scat, man.
If your joy in life is Baby Yoda, buy Baby Yoda. If your passion in life is poop from female wrestlers, do it up.
Yeah,
whatever
I think Mozart would buy one.
I won't do that.
I'm not saying I'm doing it, but if that's your deal. I'm glad Vic's daughter's not here at the moment. That's all I'm saying.
He was very choosy.
I did see
with the
Lexar's
question.
eyes light up though when your daughter sat on the chair.
Ooh, me? No.
You should have asked her
Lexar?
about,
Oh.
You should have asked her about TikTok. She's really into that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh, yeah.
TikTok.
Jack hates it.
Don't they have to be like 30 seconds?
Is Killer Cross on TikTok?
I don't know about this.
Our truth is,
people are telling me I'd be big on the TikTok intro. I don't know. People think I'm funny or something. I don't know.
Yeah, try it. Like you always push me to get a Facebook, so
You're a
how about you
monster.
get a TikTok?
Just put me on the spot.
Yeah, exactly.
A Faith showed me something on there and it was just ridiculous. And she said, ridiculous, and that got 15 million views. And I thought,
Jesus.
okay.
I'm going to do it up. I'm going to be the TikTok king, Incher. What are you going to do if I come on here? I'm like, Incher, I got 15 million views on my TikTok.
I just
bring it on, brother.
I'd put the bat on the ground and put my head on it and then start running around. I'd be like, do my TikTok video. Whoa. I'd do a flip. I'd be like, I'm on TikTok now.
All right. I'm just saying this out here. People who put like pedophile stuff in the group, and I'm not saying they're posting pictures of stuff, but if they make like pedophile jokes, I just delete that. I don't think we need that in the.
That's not good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a pretty lenient guy, I think, when it comes to comedy, but we don't need that on the group. All right. I think Incher's in agreement with me here, my heady verse brother.
Oh, yeah.
What? Dawes wants to know, what country do we enforce democracy to next? Should we leave Turkey alone?
I like Turkey.
Weird man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Thanksgiving's
Armenians don't.
China.
Getting political there.
When I was a little kid, I made up a joke. I was like, what do you call people who live in Turkey? And I was like, stuffing.
Jack would make a good Chavo replacement, body double.
Pretty sweet. How many times have you dipped your balls into soy sauce?
Somebody say something about fired up.
This came up, Incher, because I found out. I've shared this on my Facebook page, but we're not friends, so you don't know. But I shared this on my Facebook page that someone put out, which isn't true, but someone put out this thing on the internet that men have taste buds in their or taste receptors in their balls, in their testicles. So people began to start dipping their balls into soy sauce to test this theory out.
Some people consume alcohol through their rectum.
Mm-hmm.
So I can believe it.
Well,
if you could taste through your balls, what would you be tasting right now?
I'll never share that.
And what would you rub on your balls?
I don't
Banana
know.
pudding.
Banana pudding, not bad.
It's pudding time.
Yeah. $150.
It would be less.
worth of pudding.
Yeah, you could. You wouldn't get the calories.
How can you have any
just
pudding if
slather
you
your
haven't eaten
balls
your
in
meat?
it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cream.
There you go. You ever use food when you're Lexar and someone?
No, I don't.
That'd be disturbing if he's Lexaring you. You turn around, he's just having a sandwich too. He's like,
I meant like he's spraying him down with whipped cream or something. I didn't mean.
Oh.
It's like
Tell you what, though.
No hot dogs.
I'll tell you what, though. I would dip my balls into a bowl of Captain Crunch.
With
or
without milk.
Lexar's the one
With
that
or
needs
without
to be
milk.
on TikTok. Forget 15 million. That's going to get like 40 million views.
I thought you had to be like somewhat stealth when Lexar was performing the thing. I mean, he better be freaking Solid Snake and everything else all over if he's going to spray like whipped cream on their back and everything else and get away with it. I mean,
He's got the whipped cream out and his balls are in a bowl of Cheerios.
if he's getting away with all that, they're not like seeing him. Impossible.
Man, I can't believe Lexar's single. Dobbs, are we at a stage where we should I don't know. Should we govern? You can't. I mean, it sounds nice, govern ourselves, but I mean, how would that work? Well, how that would work is you'd build a whole new system, and then you just have a government again.
Luxembourg.
Vic Schiavone, would you eat eggs live on air, even if it meant all the vegans wouldn't watch In Your Head anymore? Yeah, I didn't know this, Cincher. I don't watch. Not that I'm against it. I just never seen it. The Mandalorian. And then I was on the internets and I saw his people were up in arms because Baby Yoda was eating eggs. Like they were like,
oh, really?
And then I found out he regularly eats like living frogs. And I'm like, wouldn't that worse? He eats whole frogs. Isn't that worse than eating eggs?
Yeah.
Do they green eggs and ham?
Didn't they make like Chewbacca was like eating some animal or something and he felt bad about it? And the second one, wasn't it?
I mean, the movies are killing people or shooting Greedo.
Yeah.
They're shooting stormtroopers. They're like, sorry. Oh, wait a minute. Don't eat an egg.
You gotta crack a few eggs, make an omelet.
Weird stance to take.
Very
Is
delightful.
it true that interest planning on pursuing legal action against Without Your Head because he believes their 570 new subscribers were gained through fraud?
No. What's this?
I
don't know.
We need a recount.
He really studies our viewers and stuff. He's really studying the analyticals of the In Your Head and Without Your Head YouTube. But I will thank him. He found out. I didn't know this, but Without Your Head gained 570 subscribers on election day, which was odd. I'm not sure why, but
a lot of dead people subscribed.
I'm very happy with it. But I do think it's because we did have. Why do I have all this change in my pocket?
What do you got there? $1.20? Look like $1.25.
If it is, do I have to send it to you?
Don't spend it all at once.
75.
$1.25.
Holy shit, you're gonna be pretty close, Intra.
I used to count change at the bank.
$1.10.
Dang, I was short.
I was gonna send it to you if you were right.
I used to run the coin
An
machine.
extra dime in here.
I like that game where they got like the bottle of pennies and they're like, guess how many?
Gary Hart used to pick up coins and coin
But
machines.
if I were to take this and this to the Redemption Center and get my nickel back for each of them, that would bring it up to $1.20.
Should you get your nickel back from the puddle of mud?
Do you do that there? Do you have redemption centers?
I think
you pay the deposit on your sodas.
There's like a label on it, but like I think they're all so far away you can't get to it.
Oh, so you don't do it in West Virginia? Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, we just toss them.
Let's
There's
see.
probably some people
Michigan.
who recycle and stuff.
Well, damn, 10 cents in Michigan, Connecticut, Mass, Maine, New York, and Vermont, 5 cents. All right.
How far is the Redemption Center for you?
Down the street.
Only thing I
They're
know
all
of
over
is
the
like
place.
aluminum recycle place that you can take like aluminum cans.
Yeah, when I was a kid, my grandfather worked at the dump, and he'd collect aluminum, copper, and all that stuff, and then we would go and I remember going with him when I was a little kid to this is before they had the deposits on the cans, so you would keep the cans, and they would weigh all they would weigh all the aluminum, and he'd buy me a Slim Jim for helping.
Snap into a Slim Jim, Jack.
He'd buy nips. Have a whole bunch of nips in his pocket. Probably shouldn't say this. We'd be driving, he'd be drinking the nips. I didn't think anything of it. Looking back,
well, you were a kid.
Like human nips?
What? Alcohol. That's I don't know what you guys. Maybe we call them nips. I don't know what anyone else calls them, but the little bottles.
Well, you were a kid at the time though, so you probably didn't think much of it.
He was never an accident or anything. So.
You're kind of clouded by your childlike mind at the time. So
right. I just thought that was his Slim Jims. His Slim Jims come in a little bottle.
Remember the bottles that had
like
like made of wax and you could like bite the top off?
Oh yeah. I actually saw them the other day. I was at I've been going to because there's a lot of little shops in my walk. I usually don't go into them. As I started going into some antique shop stuff, and I stopped at this one, and they had all this old school penny candy, and they had those
awesome.
Candy cigarettes, which I didn't think they still made. Lots of old those little dots are like on paper.
Yeah, I seen those up at the Big Lots. I think they had those. Oh, the ice cream, the little ice cream cone that's like crunchy stuff.
Right. Yeah.
They're just I don't know
like the circus peanuts and stuff.
Yeah.
They used to have like little wafers. They looked like UFOs, and they had like sprinkles or something, and you could like rattle them.
I don't think I've seen those.
I want to believe.
Tony Khan's name has been dropped a lot on AEW TV lately. Do you think this means he'll be an on-screen character soon?
No.
Yes.
No, I just think he might be, but I just think like I prefer if they just reference someone like that than being an on-air character.
Yeah.
I think it just ties stuff together. Like the guy runs a company and he's doing.
It's more likely Eric Bischoff comes back.
Yeah, and like Tony Khan's not like a Vince McMahon. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, he is a boss and he tells people what to do, but it's like he doesn't have like a very like physical stature. I just don't think it would work as well. Like he wouldn't fit that character.
Yeah, I don't really know much about him, so I've not.
He does.
So I don't know, but
he doesn't.
I don't think so.
He doesn't kickbox like Eric Bischoff.
And should we brace ourselves for a Dixie Carter-like situation? I definitely don't think so.
No.
Tony Land.
All right, that was it for the questions.
Thank you.
Tyler says, "Look at Lexar's face." I think it's a beautiful face. It's very expressive. Happy, good man. Yeah.
I think he got the hair right.
I think it's pretty good. What do you think, Inster? Give me your honest opinion
of Lexar's face.
No, of that drawing.
The drawing of Lexar's face.
Yeah.
I would say it does.
Well, here's the drawing of Lexar I did.
Uh-huh.
Just a police sketch.
This is like what you just did right now?
No, I did this the other week live on the show.
Why is his nose the size of the state of Ohio?
It's a caricature. It's got a pronounced nose.
Yeah.
Show one to Steven. Oh, there it is.
Are
You've got one last shot. You could, if you donate $12, you can get this right now in super chats.
You can get Chi from One Flew Over.
Exactly.
If you single women want men with good-looking taste, look for Lexar's face, because pretty soon he'll be showing his Facebook face with him rolling around the States with his roller skates. As soon as Christmas comes around, wearing the In Your Head championship belt around his waist.
Bam.
What? Goosey had asked if your daughter was single for Lexar when she came on the show. I told her not to answer the question.
Good for
him. I love it. Man, that's a good drawing. Who should I do? We'll find out. I can't pick who I'll draw next week. It's gonna come naturally.
You want a Vic Chironi.
Could be. I'm sure he'll be coming up. Inchman. I see him looking there at the camera.
You want a Tazo the Greek?
Oh.
Man.
Shaheen.
He hasn't been on for a while. I wonder what he looks like now. He might be be scary. All right. Well, that was fun. Anything else, Incher?
No, I think I'm good. I can't think of anything in the world of professional wrestling that I can bring up to talk about. Yeah, I think I'm good.
Tomorrow night, AEW Dynamite.
Looking forward to it.
Dynamite! You're really clear, Lexar. After you washed off your camera, you're coming in good.
Yeah, it's just the anti-glare screen protectors I bought on Amazon last week.
Oh, man, that's good. Looking good. Yeah. Crystal clear. It's very sharp.
Mm-hmm.
Got a nice new haircut. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Do you think I should shave next week?
Yeah. What do you think, Incher? I don't know. I kind of like the 5 hour. I kind of like the scruff. Do you like your men nice and smooth, Incher?
What? What are you going on about?
Hit the like button, Incher. As Junkyard Jackson said, hit the like button. Hit like. I like this show. Hit the subscribe button. And then hit that little bell icon. Not the internet icon, but the bell icon. And you'll get the notifications every time we're live. Every time there's a video posted, you'll get a notification. Hey, buddy, In Your Head is live. Oh, wow. I'm going to go join and join in the good times.
We're live, pal.
Do it up. Help spread the head just like our boy here does. The song man. Share the show out. Tell your friends. Tell your buddies. Bring them all in. Join the Headyverse.
Probably the most I've given this week, probably. And you're always welcome to keep up. Just to make sure your head gets a lot of luck. Because you radio hosts never for once have sucked.
Thank you.
I think there's more people on the Zoom than ever before in the entire history of the YouTube In Your Head.
I think you could be right. You could be right. It's good seeing
Very
Goosey.
possible.
Yeah.
Good man. I met Goosey briefly.
In Chicago, yeah.
Chicago. Hopefully we'll run in again at a future AEW show.
Oh, yeah.
If we ever have
Right,
shows
man.
again. I heard WWE wasn't even going to do house shows anymore, according to Hannibal.
Yeah.
He said that on his show. No more house shows. That means they're never coming
EWA
back.
is having a show tomorrow night, so
There you go. That's kind of what Hannibal was saying, that it might bring back independence, where people will, start going to the.
I mean, it's been independence really has risen in the last few years anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, if WWE doesn't do a show, then that's where they're going to have to go to get their fix.
Yeah, it depends on the state too.
Yeah, if you're in like a state that doesn't get WWE shows.
Yeah, I could see it going one way or the other. Like, that makes sense in theory, but also I think if there is no WWE house shows, people like aren't like, if you're already a wrestling fan and you remember house shows, then you'll go to them. But if you're like a newer fan and you don't even know about house shows and you're not experienced to the WWE like live show, I don't know if then you would seek out other live shows. So I think it could also hurt the future of independence.
They normally have WWE talent sometimes, like that's been let go or something, like on their shows. Like, hey,
I know, but I'm saying, like, I think a lot of people's first experience with that would be like, I went and saw a WWE show in my area.
Yeah.
As opposed to I went to see, local wrestling that I don't really know. But I could be wrong. That's just, I'm just saying I could see it being helpful or hurtful.
Yeah.
Because I do think the better WWE does, it does usually help.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when they put everyone out of business, it didn't help. But like when WrestleMania does well, all the independents that run those shows in that area also do well. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back next week. A lot of guests coming up. Possibly Manny Fernandez might be here next week. B. Brian Blair will be here in January. Butcher Vachon of the Vachon family's coming up. Be good times. A lot of cool stuff.
Most definitely.
So check it out, Inchman.
Thank you, sir. Bye, everybody.
Right. We'll talk to you all soon. Good night.